From 16 teams yesterday, we will now witness the top 4 teams from this tournament. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gear Games 2023 Valorant Playoffs. My name is Pikayos, and joining me for today is KR, coach of the Valorant team for Project Paradigm.
What's up, everybody? My name is KR, and that be said, I am with Pika Yules, one of the greatest casters I've known since then. So, pare, kamusta ka? How are you?
I'm actually really excited for the matches that we are going to witness today, KR. So, how about you? I know we've been seeing the overview here for both teams. So, uh, why don't we let us not make everyone wait? So, let's hop in, of course, to our team. So, let us give everyone a brief overview for our match number one for today. So, it is going to be Canton up against MXT Last Dancers. So, I will be introducing, of course, Team Canton. So, they are considered to be one of the underdogs from this tournament, and they consist of two Gearhawks Grey varsity players, mainly Nani and Leo. And from the word itself, underdogs, they are going to be making an upset if they can take down these MXT dancers. So what do you have on the table right now, KR, for MXT Last
For
Dancers?
MXT, they're one of the most powerful players in Gearhawks history so far. They are a perennial super team from both Manila and Taguig campuses. So far, we have Delbisky, Brands 14K, and Matu or Lax. They are one of the most stacked rosters I've seen in this tournament so far. So let's see on how they'll pick for Lotus. Wow, Lotus is the first map here. What do you think is the first meta here that they're going to pick?
When it comes to initiators, KR, I'm not gonna lie, Breach is one of the most powerful initiators that we can see here on this map. And there are a lot of compositions that we can consider here. We can actually go for a double initiator, especially that this map is super defensive side, in my opinion. So definitely an initiator like Breach, or if you have flashy lineups for Sova, this will definitely work onto your favor. And one of the top sentinels that we can see here onto this map is, of course, a Killjoy. So Killjoy is like the top one, or the tier S sentinel onto this map. And speaking of duelist itself, it's the typical Jet. Jet is a meta for all maps, in my opinion. So how about you, KR? What do you think?
I think for this meta, this is going to be either a double controller or a double initiator setup. But here we seeing these agents, man. They're always using Breach. Breach is very, very meta right now. Also, Sky. Her flash is one of the most overpowerful flashes here in this meta. Using in VZT, in Challenger stage, everyone is using Sky these days. And here we see they're using Raze other than Jet. And here we could really see their util wise. MXT is using all the utils that they can, from rechargeable smokes to stuns to smokes that can really do weird setups, and we could really see how this would change the landscape of it from Astra to Omen. What do you think is the best controller so far in this meta, bro?
Actually, I like the composition for Omen, but I think a lot more flexible controllers out here is a Harbor. Harbor
Yeah.
has a lot of smoke utilities. Harbor, I'm not gonna lie, he's one of the underrated controllers in the game. But wow, the three smokes, or actually make it four, because
Yeah.
tidal wave is rechargeable, and uh and it's all about smokes, and the slow that Harbor can provide for the enemy team will delay a lot. So they can open a lot of space at the same time, cover a lot of angles, and it is rechargeable compared to Viper. Like, once you land your toxic screens, you cannot recover it on your own. So I feel like Harbor is one of the best controllers onto this map.
Yeah, if we're going to see a double smokes meta here, this would be a really, really good defensive output on either teams. And lest we forget, we are missing one of the most agents so far in this meta. And it's Raze. It's really Raze to put pressure on everybody here. From her ult to her nades to her even her satchels. It's one of the most unique set of utils that we've come to see in either defensive or attacking rounds. And it really depends on how you will use it. Some will do the flights, some will do just ordinary nades, but we will see. We'll see how this goes.
Definitely see how this one goes. But of course, while we are waiting for the match to officially start, of course, we would like to thank the following sponsors for this tournament because without them, this tournament won't be possible. So, of course, we would like to thank TUP Gear, the home of Gearhawks. TUP Gear is a premier esports organization here in TUP Manila. Compete in tournaments like Gear Games and Descent, have fun and socialize with our public games and podcasts, and style up your drip with our Gearhawks jersey, and which is currently available for pre-ordering. You only have 9 days left. And to be updated, make sure to follow our socials in Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok.
And also, thank you to Acad Arena, the home of the Filipino campus esports. Want to bring esports to your school? Well, the Acad Arena Alliance program is here for you. You know, your Alliance member clubs can get access to all the Alliance games, memberships, mentorships, and even support. Learn how to join the Alliance today at the Acad Arena Alliance forums and get updates by liking and following Acad Arena. And here we go.
Is so wonderful. Thank you for that one, KR. And right now, we will be hopping in, of course, to the one and only onto the semifinals, game number one. This is the first semifinals that we are going to see. So this is MXT up against Canton. So right now, we can definitely see that these teams have really prepared a lot for this day to come. So I'm really looking forward on what's gonna happen onto this game.
For sure, we're going to get a first C strat or a C split. See here, Sky is just really checking all the sides and all the opponents properly. So, what do you think is the best strat here for MXT?
Speaking of the best strat that we are going to witness here, KR, it seems that they have a strat onto their mind already, and the attackers are backing off after making some noise here all the way from C. And Toronto takes down Nothing to Lose already, and that will be the first blood onto this game. Toronto takes down France, and this will be a quick 4v4 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Spike is being planted by Wingman, and a triple kill will be coming in from Toronto. Del Biscuit takes down, shuts him down immediately, and this is a very beautiful round coming at the side of Canton.
Wow, that was a very fast round to say. They're really dominating to how they could push properly. At the same time, they're leaving all spots open for both teams to play out properly. And we could see spacing is a big deal here in Lotus. Like one small step, and you could really get an advantage of each side. So it's kind of hard to push properly and on B and mostly on A because of the satchels and nades by Rizzo.
That is actually true, KR, but look at this aggressive gameplay coming at the side of the attackers. That will be a triple kill from them, but will be there for the flashpoint. Backs off immediately after fragging out Nani, taking him down onto this match. 3v2 situation. Aftershock was deployed, but Lax is already out here with the flank. Decided to do a shrouded step, but that will be enough to fake down the defenders, and it's all left to Nothing to Lose. Let's see if he can clutch the round right now. This is a 2v1 situation. Still looking good for the attackers as Noan is still healthy onto this game, and Kisaki still has the stars that he needs to this round.
I think it's possible for them to do a quick rotation here, knowing the spike is down and they're heavily defending it. So we could see how Nothing to Lose could just go easily for a 1v1 situation on two events. But we see Noem, he's just really they're just really focusing on the planter itself. See, so jump peeking, and Kisaki gets one, but no.
Being pulled onto that gravity well, Nothing to Lose Gets the 4K, but doesn't have enough time to defuse the spike. And that will be a round again for Canton. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-0. Canton really showing what they are made of.
And here we could see that how they could just even go for a 2v1 situation and still win. Even though the trade didn't go well, their post-plant situation was the best option that they could go for. From splitting to each other into swinging for both for one person only. And that was the great thing to do right now on those types of situations on post-plants. Just play at the time and even go for another kill. But at the same time, just be patient on all the sides. So we're gonna see even if they're going for a full C rush though.
But I think that won't be the game plan coming onto their side. But they are making some noise already here as France heard the members of Canton already, and that guiding light is being prepared by him. Let's see when the guiding light will be popped up by him.
Here.
Working for the perfect opportunity. Vandal sprayed out is already out there as the fault line was already deployed by the attackers, but nothing to lose. Takes down Corona already onto this game, making this one a 4v5 situation, but he is not looking good here. Nothing to lose with that low HP. They don't have any healers onto this game, but that rotation will be coming at the side of the attackers. They are trying to take now the A site, but the rotation as well from the defenders is being alarmed already, and Lax takes down Leo, but he's actually the quick trade-off immediately as Delvisky goes for the double kill, throws down the page,
Oh
so
my
clears
goodness.
the angle. Flashpoint is still there, but Kisaki takes down France. Right now, this is 3v1 situation. Kisaki is still really healthy out here. Let's see if he can make a way on how to escape this 3v1 situation, knowing that two members of this team, MXC, is already low. Kisaki is going to rotate his way all the way from B or to C. Let's see what will be the main gameplay for him.
I think he's good. They're gonna go for a quick plant because of their ego so far. Like they need that plant even at 10 seconds left. They just need to get the plant off, and they could just go for the next round trade as much as possible. And here we go. They're gonna go plant properly.
Spike planted. Recalling my
And
Spike is now down.
And we could really see a 1v1v1 situation here. They need to go for that 1v1 situation, and they get traded properly. Nothing to lose. Such a good post plant game for them from MXT. It's just they need to be more properly focused on how they could re-hit the sites properly now. So we could see how C and Canton can just adjust properly for next round.
They're going to be taking some adjustments here, KR, but look at the eco right now coming at the side of Canton. They are really suffering a lot of economy despite they already have 2 rounds onto this gameplay. So that round from MXT really did a lot onto their favor when it comes to eco, and of course actually get around right now, but it is not yet the end point coming at the side of the defenders, I mean the attackers or Canton. As
Yeah,
this
they're still having a hard time countering that breach stun properly, and you can see how powerful breach is on A, even on rotational wise. Breach is so strong on being supporting Raze or any duelist so far. So here Kisaki is low again, and Francis just, oh my goodness, what a shot.
What a coordination coming at the side here of MXT. And as you were speaking a while ago, we all know how Breach can be explosive onto this map, Lotus. And we saw that one a while ago after that ultimate has been deployed by them. It actually created a lot of space coming onto their side, and that was actually working onto their favor. But right now, I think we will be having, of course, the pause here, a tactical pause, I believe. Technical
Yeah,
pause.
they're
So
going. What do you think should be their first thought leading into this new attacking round? Because for one, we're seeing Prance just using the blinds properly. They're using all the call signs, all the sound signals properly, and we could see how it differentiates how they will retake the site. You seeing their defense, it's a 2-1-2 situation always, a 2-1-2 placement on Lotus. But at the same time, their breach is super valuable on their retakes properly. And if we could see that ult, one quick ult from breach, it's over. It's one quick rotation again. What do you think? What do you think, Pika?
Actually, for this round, what the attackers could potentially do is they make sure to utilize the trash or the ultimate coming from Gecko together with the Cosmic Divide of Astra. You know, Cosmic Divide can give a lot of space onto their team, but that would take effect onto a post plant. But on the other hand, making the trash as an alternative entry fragger or entry bait, I would say, for their team is actually a really great thing for them. You know, they can clear a lot of space at the same time, detain or make sure to gather information onto their side, and the refraggers or the fraggers will be out there, such as Nani. You know, Jet is really quick in responding to informations like that, and they still have another initiator, which is a breach. So the flashpoints can really assist them a lot after that rash entry was deployed. So they could possibly take this round if they can properly utilize the utilities they have so far. But as you know, they really need to make decisions carefully because we can see that NXT, once they heard a footstep or they had the information, they are going to use their utilities onto its maximum potential in order to secure a round.
Yeah, they're not willing to save their utils just for another retake. They're fully committing each time for their utils to work. And that's one thing that MXT is really good at for the last few rounds. They're just focusing and paneling themselves on how they would go for on their retakes. And one thing for sure, Killjoy is going to be an offensive output when her ult gets in. The retake or the post plant attack is going to be a huge setback for Canton or for MXT because both of them are running almost mutual picks right now. So one thing for sure we should be checking is how Gecko will utilize the ult, how KJ will utilize the ult, and how their breach on Canton will utilize his aftershocks. Because that's one thing for sure. If you
My
get
ult's almost
stunned,
ready.
there's no way that you could get past the blinds. Like that's one of the best combos so far we've seen in this map. You get blinded, you get stunned. It's a big misconception to how gamers play Valorant these days. They're just opting for quick peeks or they're just dry peeking. You should always check the stuns properly. And MXT is rarely giving us a masterclass of it. Right, Pika?
Yes, that is actually true, KR. But what could be possibly their main game plan? You know, that is just our analysis. So, so far we've been seeing here a slow push coming at the side of the attackers, but they really are. They haven't really done, let's say, played a default strategy as
Yeah.
far as I can see. So, definitely, I think they will be trying as well default here because you know, as you saw a while ago, it's not that the defenders are already rotating when they hear a footstep. They really make sure that they can see all five members of the attackers before the rotation or the shot calls comes from them. So let's see what is going to be their main game plan right now since they've been given a lot of time right now.
Yeah, for Canton, one thing I could recommend is their killjoy could be a bit more pushy on B or to A because we've seen for the last few rounds they're doing a C split, one in B mid and C main. At the same time, MXT just refuses them entry properly because on how you can see breach, their breach is already in the middle of link. They always go for that strat wise that we need to cancel the entry first. We need to cancel their quick pushes because if we can cancel that, they could just rotate back and we could just adjust more and more into their gameplay. And their omen is positioned perfectly too for how they could just retake sites in a bit of a flash. And yeah, we could really just see a masterclass of full on retakes by MXT. But for Canton, I'm really hoping they could get their flashes, their entries, and their ults right this time. Because Gecko is going to be huge. Like from differences wise, it's a big util difference to Sky and to Breach. The stun, the ult, and the blind. It's one of the big things in post plants. And post plant really is the meta right now.
It is the meta right now, and right after analyzing the conditions onto this game itself, KR. So let us. I believe we haven't done a caster prediction for this series. So between Canton and MXC, who do you think will emerge victorious as far as you can see right now?
For me right now, with how they play and how they execute their plans, MXT is a bit far from experience. So I'm picking them because of all of what I've seen, from their quick rotations to their trades to how they handle situations in 1v2s or 2v3s. They know how to switch. They know how to go far-fetched far into the game itself. So experience-wise, being one of the potential super teams of both Manila and Taguig, we could really see how they dominate in this match. How about you, Pika?
I guess we do have the same opinion or prediction here, KR. We've all known that what individual achievements that this team has already NXT, from France to the Taguig boys to the Bisky. They are really great as individual, and it's not because of an individual skill, but look how they play and sync together. We can see that the teamwork is there, and being great as an individual right now has been really working for them. And and for the other team, Canton, it's not. I'm not gonna say that this is a, let's say, a one-sided match. It's not a one-sided match. As you can see, the score is 2-2. But they really need to take care, or they really need to do some adjustments onto this game, because if they won't be adjusting on the way they play right now, they are gonna be having a hard time to reclaim a round. I would say, since
Here.
they are losing their economy, and they have been losing rounds already right.
Yeah, I think Canton can do a proper comeback on this. They just need to execute this properly to know how to back off or when to back off and how to initialize their push properly. They have Astra's Waltz, Astra's Clouds. They're very very useful right now, and we could see we're going back to the game itself. But this is going to be the change rounds.
See if they can turn the tables right now, KR, as that guiding light from France flash 5 members of the attackers, but that killjoy, that lockdown is already deployed, as that will be the Vandal spray down coming from France. But I believe that they will be doing a retake here, because they are going to be locked all the way from that lockdown, and 2 players is already detained. But I believe the attackers will go for the brag. Nani takes down Zelbisky, but barely missed France already, as France takes down
One
Nani. But
enemy
that will be the
remaining.
quick double kill coming at the side of Kisaki. And right now, this is a 3v1 situation. All left to Lax, ladies and gentlemen. Leo does know where Lax is hiding. Lax still has a paranoia onto his hands, as that Cosmic Divide will already round off. The double pulse was deployed, but double P coming at the side of the attackers. Leo takes down Lax. That will be another round for them. This is the moment that we have been waiting for, KR.
Yeah, we could really see how they properly executed it. I think they heard us talking about it properly this time, my brother. It they use their utils properly, the wall, the ult, and how deep the ult of KJ is. It's one of the things that we could really see on how Canton can make a huge upset for this round. And we
These
can see they're
defenders.
using C split again and A lurk. They're trying to get more info, but wow.
Right there.
It's much more of a default strategy coming onto their side. But look at the push already coming from B by Zelbisky, as Zelbisky takes down Corona from the lurk side. France will be there to assist. And look at the quadruple flank coming at the side of the defenders. Let's see if this thing will work, as Zelbisky takes that Vandal as her reward. Let's see if this quadruple flank will work onto their hands. Make that one 5 people flanking. These defenders are really showing what they are made of as France takes down one. But Leo will be there for the trade. 4v3 situation, make that one 4v3 right now as Leo with a spray down onto his Phantom takes down Delbisky. Nothing to lose with a quick trade off. Immediately 2v1 situation. This is looking good for Canton, and Canton takes down Lax for another round.
See how Kisaki is just very far off from from the off angles of how they push the flank real quick, and that meaning MXT is finding ways to just break them down, but Canton is answering them properly. They know how to retake those situations. They're composed, and now MXT is just handing them having a hard time thinking how they could retake this. How could they attack properly this time? How could they retake and win those rounds? Because it's very substantial to how they could how they could really answer Canton in their attacks. Like their post plants aren't a good post plant at all. I'm very sorry for that, but it's very hard time. They are having a hard time right now.
They are really having a hard time right now, but look at the composure and the patience coming from France as those doors will be destroyed. But that will be the Rolling Thunder coming onto their side. Nothing to lose with a double kill. Make that one a triple kill for their team. And a triple kill from Nothing to Lose as this one is a 5v1 situation. France is flashed, but Weakest Form is there for him to save him and get the round. Ladies and gentlemen, MXT is back on track.
And this is what we talked about, the util usage. Nothing to Lose properly executed that util fully into the site. They knew how to retake that, and they really executed it properly. And that's all that it is. The util usage of MXT is different from how Canton use their
Right there.
utility onto the site.
Get out of my
Ability
way.
usage, we can already see it right now from both teams. KR as look at the one-way smoke coming onto their side, but Dizzy is there to flash things off onto B side as that spike will be planted down by the wingman, of course, and the spike is already planted. But look at the utility usage coming onto their side, but Misaki will be there to take down Nothing to Lose, who nailed a double kill earlier, but Zelbisky will lead the round for them. MXT tying things up 4-4.
Yeah, they're properly thinking about how they would retake. From France's flashes to Nothing to Lose's stuns. It's really coming up to them now to how their utils are far more better than Canton's. But at the same time, Canton has that secret weapon that they have, and that is Gecko's ult. One stun of it, then you're going to be stunned. You can't do anything at all anymore. So how could they properly use it as we go into the next round, Pika?
Cover going out.
Going to the next round itself, KR, I think this will be a beautiful rounds coming at the side of MXT. As you can see here, Cantona is doing an eco round right now, except for Leo, of course, who has the Phantom, but Lax will be backing off immediately from that angle, ladies and gentlemen. That will hurt him a bit. But look at the default composition coming at the side here. And oh my goodness!
Here.
Oh my goodness! Go back there! Go back there! Go back! Oh,
Oh
my
no, oh
god,
no.
they are missing the perfect opportunity as Zelbisky takes down one.
Oh
Takes
my
that one, a
goodness.
double kill. That's gonna hurt them a lot. And the patient is still there. Double satchel to back off immediately onto their hands as France will be healing Zelbisky all the way on C side. Guiding light is there, and that will be a flash for their side as Zelbisky nails down the triple kill. Will this be the ace? Will this be the ace onto this tournament? France takes out Kisaki. Showstopper is there to scare Corona off, and France takes down the kill with the Sheriff. Ladies and gentlemen, what a sweet round coming at the side of NXT.
Yeah, MXT executed it properly. They know no one was in C main, so Delbinsi said, "Excuse me, I'm just gonna flank this. Don't worry about me. Me and France are just going to go all out on it." And they did. They Canton didn't know how to counter that. They just went swinging for the fences. One by one, they just got demolished properly by Delbinski and Prance though with the support, the flash, and everything around it. See, they're pushing it properly this time.
What a beautiful push coming onto their side, but still it's the lurk composition coming at the side of the attackers being led by Corono, but look at the setup coming onto the side of weakest form. He's not gonna let anyone lurking all the way from A as those stars will be deployed all the way from A side and that alarm bot will be destroyed already. Let's see if they can turn the tables down here as the flank is already being commenced at the side of France and Zelbisky as the spike is being planted by the wingman. 5v4 situation as Danny takes that weakest form for the first blood. Flashpoint is there. Zelbisky is not, is flash rather, but and
Can't use
Luan
that yet.
goes for the double kill immediately, and this will be a 4v2
Got blocking
situation.
vision.
Kisaki misses the perfect opportunity. Take down Kisaki.
Last player
Nothing to
standing.
lose out here. Lax out, trying to fix this round for their side. 2v1 situation. He's gonna tap the spike. Go for the fake fuse.
player
Corono, no way, he misses the shot. And that will be the flash coming at the
my
side of Lax. And
goodness.
Lax with the 2v1 situation. With the 4K onto this round and getting this round, ladies and gentlemen, for
Clutch.
MXT.
Lax got what Lax wanted. That 1v1 situation. They didn't want a 2v1, so excuse me, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take you 1v1v1. And he did. Lax just gave us a masterclass on how you should be under any situation post plan. You don't have to overswing, you just have to fake it, tap it, and go ahead and let loose your aim, bro. It's all according to his plan. Lax just said, okay, I'm gonna take care of this. Don't worry guys, I got you. And Pika, you just saw how he just masterclassed all of us and how we could play post plan properly.
Make sure to do that post plan properly, but look at this explosive crowd coming at the side of MXT. They already nailed a triple kill. Make that one a pentakill onto their team as Lax will end that round with a double kill, ladies and gentlemen.
Last round.
7
in
to
the half.
4 right now. One more round onto first half. MXT has the lead.
And we could see right now how MXT is just focusing on their proper push. They're not defending, bro. They're just attacking Canton again and again and again. They're exposing Canton's one weakness, and it's their slow attack always. They're just thinking, oh, we're not gonna get pushed, but they keep on pushing them on C main because they're not really attentive to it. See how their utils are using right now, and how Lax is just 1v5 there.
Lockdown is there as Corona goes for the
Spike
triple
down,
kill,
B.
but Brand's taking down Kisaki and nothing to lose. Takes down Leo onto that side.
Calling my
Lockdown is still up onto the attacker's side, but look at the rotation already coming onto their side. That will be the Rolling Thunder, and Nani is stunned by nothing to lose. And Corona with a quadruple kill. Let's see if he can nail down the ace and take this round. It's all left to weakest form, ladies and gentlemen. Weakest form is now retaining all the way from C as that spike
Last
is going to
player
be planted by
standing.
Corono.
Oh no.
Oh
Spike
my
planted.
goodness, he gets taken down by weakest form. And oh my goodness,
Oh goodness.
the better Killjoy stood up onto this game. Corono goes for the ace
Switching
onto that
sides.
last round of the first half. 7 to 5. MXT still on the lead, but Canton not backing off.
Yeah, Canton did what Canton needed to do. Even when they outswung that, they still had that 1v1 situation where Chrono know. Like, Chrono knows what Chrono knows. I'm gonna clutch this for you guys. We're not gonna go down so big in this half. So from their first half, what could we see in this side now, Pika? What do you think is the big changer for this side now?
I think this will be absolutely half coming into the favor of MXC. We've seen them onto the defender side on how aggressive and they use those utilities perfectly. They can implement those kind of things onto this attacking side, which they do have already right now. they can start things off and take things off flawlessly out here as Weakest Form is there for the first blood. Takes down Leo, and that Boombot will be giving them the information that they need as Nani takes down Weakest Form onto the lurk. After shot is there, that is gonna hurt Kurono a lot, and that spike is going to be planted onto the A side, onto the hut. Right now,
They
this is
need
4v situation. Oh my goodness, Nani goes down. Takes down Lack. But look at the post plan coming at the side of the attackers. They make sure to
Last
watch
player
every
standing.
angle, nothing to lose. And Prance with a double kill for their team.
Hawk out.
This is a 3v1 right now. Guiding light is there. No information is being given.
Oh no, what happened to
Oh
Kisaki?
no, I think we are having a
Technical.
technical difficulty out here. So we will
Yeah,
be seeing what will happen here if they're gonna void the round or count it as a round for
I think
this
they're going
tournament.
to stay for the
Hey,
round now.
who's got the snacks?
What we could see properly to how MXT just executed that site properly is to how they negate stairs, to how they negate heaven, and backside properly. Reach and how he uses his ults or utils properly is one of the main factors of this attacking side. And Leo on Canton should be a bit more lax on his defensive side because we could see how they negated that position, and I think we're going to have a tech pause here. Or are we?
Hawk
Oh,
out.
we're not. Okay. So we're still getting an attacking side here from France. They need to get this round properly from how they could attack this. See, they're going to for stairs, and now we could see now Pika. What do you think is the game plan here?
Let's see what will be the game plan right now. KR as Lax goes for the first blood, takes down Nani immediately, and Weakest Form will be there for the second kill onto
Spike
this
planted.
round. And Kurono for spot a stinger out here. Let's see if he can frag a person, knowing that this is already a 1v5 situation, I would say, since Kisaki is really struggling right now.
Stealing sight.
And they
Yeah.
are
One
really
enemy
gonna
remaining.
bang here out there as Corona was taken down, and that will be the knife kill coming from Nothing to Lose. This is a 9-5 lead coming at the side of MXT.
Yeah, MXT is just making sure that nobody can get out of the site, even if they're very, very aggressive. And they know how to properly use it. But as far as I can see now, they're going for a fast push at the same time. They're going for a more technical sided C split this time. Or most likely they're going for a full on rush again. Because they know what's happening with Kisaki. And Kisaki, wherever you are, bro, I hope you can get back. Because Canton needs you, bro. Canton needs that raise ults, bro.
Really lead you to this game as France was head down and 5 HP right now onto this game. Nani really made sure to use that Sheriff on its maximum potential as that Trailblazer
Placing
will be
swarm.
gathering the information that the attackers need. Nano Swarm is there and out in order to clear some angle. Weakest Form takes down Leo and Zabisky out here. And Weakest Form popping off for this round. Right now, this is a 4v1
enemy
situation. Weakest
remaining.
Form takes down Loim. And that will be the round, of course, again for MXT as Saki is really struggling right now.
Yeah, praise to Kisaki though. I hope they get back on the game properly. And I hope they could go and get a comeback properly here. But MXT is just making sure that they're getting their rounds, they're focusing on util usage, and they're properly executing all their smokes inside. But we could see Chrono here popping off if if they choose to properly execute this round in a hopeful comeback. We don't want to see lopsided, but we all at the same time we want to see them win in a good fashion. What do you think, Pika?
I think the defenders out here really need to do a clean retake because they are getting picked off
planted.
one by one once the entry is already there for the attackers. And speaking for the entry right now, Leo takes down Delbisky, making this a 3v3 situation, I would say right now, since Saki is really not doing well, and France goes for the
One
double
enemy
kill
remaining.
immediately, and right now this will be another round coming at the side of MXT. They are really making sure no time will be wasted onto this every round that they have been showing us.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, for now, I hope Kisaki can get back for this, as they need the smokes, they need the proper connection to him, hopefully. But I think for now, what they should focus on is how they could go. And I think we're going for a yeah, they're going for a tech pulse right now. So what do you think so far is the problem for Canton or and for MXT? What do you think they could properly reassure their teams for the next few rounds?
Actually, for MXT side, they are actually just doing what they do. Every single round they haven't changed their strat. It's just they pick the side on what they want to attack to. But for the defenders itself, or for Canton, Kisaki has been missing multiple rounds already, and we all know that a controller is a secondary sentinel when it comes to defending. Those smokes, Nova Pulse, the gravity well can really help a lot when it comes to delaying the push coming at the side of the attackers. So that's one major factor here that they need. It's to have Kisaki come back onto the game. And again, as I said a while ago, the second thing is that they really need to make sure that the won't be collapsing onto the round. It's actually a successful entry frag as always coming at the side of the attackers. They really make sure to take down one or two members of the defenders before planting the spike. And they really need and the defenders really need to avoid that. They must force a retake out here because they already lost some quantity out here. So let's see
You
what
should
will be the answer right now coming at the side of the defenders as that lockdown is already deployed by the attackers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what will be the retake plan out here. Has nothing to lose, and his company was delayed because of that fault line. No one will be detained onto that lockdown. And Nani with a
Spike
tailwind,
planted.
but that tailwind won't be the perfect opportunity and timing for him as the patience from Zilbisky was there to take him down. But Leo with a quick trade off immediately. France takes down one, and that will be a 3v3 situation. Ladies and gentlemen, Lax is just waiting at the upper part of the B side. And look at that Vandal spray down coming onto his side. And this will be the match point coming on the side of the attackers, aka MXC.
Yeah, you know how Dolbinski properly executed all their entries properly without any flaws, and that's speaking from experience, as they're one of the players that really went into the next tier in Valorant, and that's in Game Changers. So the experience coming from it, Dolbinski knows what Dolbinski needs to do for their team, and that's entry frag like crazy for Raze. And it's one thing that we could see. Oh, Dalbinski's. I don't know. My apologies. I think we're all Kisaki is back, and we're getting a proper show now. Hopefully,
we
I've
can
got your
get
trail.
we can get a proper show that we have been waiting to see again, ladies and gentlemen, as this is officially a 5v5 situation. But make that with a 4v5 as Delbisky takes down one member here of the defenders has nothing to lose with a double kill. And that will be a quick 3v2 situation. But Nani still has the Blade Storm onto his hands, and they still have Thrash as Lax is planting down the spike
Spike
all the way
planted.
from A side. Defenders out here. They have lots of
Last
utilities
player
left,
standing.
but Leo not looking onto his corners as weakest form takes him down. And Nadi with the cloud burst battle spray down combination onto his hand. He can feel the pressure. The time is ticking already onto his head. And look at the
Player
face-to-face
standing.
combat coming from Nani and Lax. And Nani takes down Lax. All left to France out here. And France will finish things off here
Attackers win.
onto the series 13 to 5, ladies and gentlemen. MXT will be proceeding to the grand finals.
yeah. Shout out to Canton though. They put up a stable fight against MXT, knowing they were the underdogs of that fight. And at the same time, congrats to MXT for having one of a great series so far, and nothing to lose. We've seen nothing to lose. Nothing to lose has one of those moments that he just knows when he just knows how to use his utils at the same time. Give everyone a space to entry or a space to retake. So that's one thing that we've seen so far. And Delbisky, she's one of the most great entry fraggers that this team needs. And props to them, they're going to the final. So partner, what do you think is What do you think the post-match analysis or post-match MVP would like to say about this?
I feel like the loss of Kisaki onto this game, onto the second half, really hurt uh Canton a lot. That was the start of the collapse from their team. You know, they really need those utilities coming from Kisaki and the shot calls as well. But still, Canton really did put up a great fight out here, and MXC really props to them, and they really really showed what they're made of. And look at as we said a while ago, they have been really using their utilities on the perfect opportunity, timing as well. They really make sure that nothing be wasted. They really make sure all those utility will connect into something, whether it will be a frag or information coming onto their side. And the combination coming from Franz and Delbisky during that defender side was really phenomenal. I would say they have been really aggressive with that guiding light and painful combination coming from them. So really props out here, of course, to MXC Last Dancers. And of course, thank you to Team Canton for really putting up a great fight. Right?
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Team Canton, for having one of a hell of a run for this tournament, and we could see them developing even more next time, or maybe they could go for Acadarinas aces next time. We could see that, right, partner?
Can definitely project that one, KR. And mind to tell you, as I said a while ago, they were the tournament underdogs. But look at
Underdogs.
this underdogs made of. They're actually, as you can see, the scoreboard 13-5. It's really not what it's really what you project. I mean, when you hear the word underdogs. But if you are going to analyze the first half, all rounds were really close. I would say there have been eco rounds where they really make sure to killed let's say the largest amount that they can in order to destroy the economy of the other side. So they really put up a great fight out here despite the scoreboard is 13-5 because there has been a lot of rounds that was consumed at the time that the Bisky, I mean Kisaki was went missing because that was a six consecutive rounds coming at the side of MXT, so they haven't gained any round, I would say, at the side of Canton during the second half, in which
Yeah.
they that was really the breakdown from their team.
Yeah, and we could really see MXT giving that top shelf performance with something that they've given to Gearhawks properly, and that's experience. Experience wins games. Knowing you're a veteran of the game, veteran of game knowledge that it is, game sense, everything comes to it as experience. And Canton may haven't had that, but they gave us one hell of a run for this. They're still developing, and I can see them getting back at it soon, but we could see MXT getting all of this, mostly nothing to lose, just giving everything for him to get another trophy in their trophy cabinet. Also, we could see weakest form getting to be eyeing to be that two-time GG Valo champion. And for now, what do you think would be the next match be, partner?
All right, second match of the day. It's here Gox up against Joey's Angel. So this will be dubbed as Battle of Magjoa. But before that, we will be calling, of course, for a short break, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go away. Match number 2 between Here Gox and Joey's Angels will be there, and we will be right back.
It goes, but Trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo it's going to be a tension in the first game of first quarter.
Right now, but Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And it goes, but Trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kanina na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing they're gonna do right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kanina na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing they're gonna do right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kanina na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing they're gonna do right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kanina na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing they're gonna do right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kanina na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing they're gonna do right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kanina na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gear Games 2023 Valorant Playoffs. So it is still Pika and of course, joining me again is KR. So yes,
So-
we saw a while ago how explosive that match was. So match number 1 was Canton versus MXT Last Dancers. And of course, I feel like KR has a visitor out here, or let's say a special guest coming at the side of MXT Last Dancers.
And it's nothing to lose. Our match MVP from the first game so far, so nothing to lose. What's up, Brody? Yeah, we're just waiting for nothing to lose to entry here. we're having some technical difficulties. For very sorry for that. But yeah,
That just having a minor technical difficulties out here, but of course, uh,
Yes,
and
bro.
Matt, yun. Matthew, what's up? How did you
Uh,
feel about the first game so far? Like, what was your memorable experience for that first?
I think my what I remember is like the second round because that set the tone. Like winning that round, even though we're eco is, I mean, we didn't win the round, but like I kill, I think four of them. I think that sets the tone that we can beat them. Um, I right after that round, and then it's just snowballs. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I've seen how you use your utils properly, to how your game sense is. So, what do you think was the different factors towards that momentum swing, that experience kicking inside of you? Like, what was the main point in your drive towards it to change the scenery?
I think it's just like the awareness in the map, like, and then also the communication that my team is giving me. If they like calling A rush or something C rush, I just use my util properly, like how I mean, just to delay them and help my teammates fight the site.
Yeah, and we could really see how you've affected everyone in the map so far in Lotus, and how you really use your aftershocks properly and your ult. So hats off to you. So hats off to you,
Yes,
and
thank you po. Shout out to my teammates.
yeah, that and here and joining us after this is the next match. Pika, what are you more excited for now?
all right, what I am really excited about right now is the matchup dub, of course, as Battle of Magjoa, sabi nga nila. So definitely, we can see here matchup ng Magjoa. So I'm actually really excited for this one.
Yeah.
Like this can be the most entertaining match that we can see for today and for tonight because we're gonna be heading over to the finals later on as well. But again, it's Hirgox versus Joey's Angel. So let me introduce to you the first team, of course, is Hirgox. So we have here Azarux and Cyanide, current and former players of Gearhawks Valorant, respectively, with Azarux also eyeing to be two-time Gear Games Valorant champion. So, as we can see here, the other one, or the other players a while ago was also eyeing for to be a two-time. So they were the former teammates of Azarux. But of course, from Gearhawks, we also have Brock. So the former strategic coach of Gearhawks Valorant made an extravagant entrance to this tournament. So no one was expecting the former coach to be here onto this tournament and participating as a player. So they are considered as well to be a front runner or to be an overall winner of this tournament. So it seems like MXC is waiting for a formidable opponent onto this tournament later on. But they also have Crip, which is a former Gearhawk Grey Valorant in-game leader or IGL, will be trying to impress us in this tournament for a potential meetup with his teammates in the upper bracket. So let's see if they can still make it to the upper bracket later on.
And here we have Joey's Angels. Now, Tokyo, the main smoker, the main controller of Gearhawks Valorant, he will play as duelist for this tournament. And now Soisho and Gel will be playing alongside with him in this tournament. And they're considered playing a Mount of Fair Valorant tournaments off the grid, like off Valorant of tournaments. But one thing is for sure, this team didn't expect to reach the semis in the first place. That's why their run is very, very impressive. And we could see a battle of the Magjoas here, one of the most hyped matches so far. And partner, are you very excited for this?
Yes, I am really, really excited, especially that I can see familiar names out here. I mean, everyone is familiar to me, both teams, especially we have here Cyanide, which is a former Gearhawks player of Valorant together with Brock. And might tell you that these guys have been in TU figure since the first day of TU figure. So this is something really looking forward to see because this kind of tournaments won't be possible if they haven't been there in the first place. Like that was years ago. But wow, this is a matchup that everyone has been waiting for. So right now, let us drop, of course, our caster's prediction out here. KR, what do you think is gonna happen onto
I
this
think
game?
this is going to be a hell of a match. We could see how Tokyo can set up the tempo to how Joey's Angels could strive under Tokyo. Or at the same time, we could see Hirgox and Azuric Inside. Like they're going to pop off. Everyone's going to pop off. But for me, on one thing is for sure, I'm gonna go for Joey's Angels. Their tempo and they're going great into the tempo of this match, knowing the past of these players, knowing the info of each one. Yeah, Joey's Angels is going to be remarkably fantastic on this round. How about you, partner?
I think this will be a 50-50 coming onto our hands because I am going to go right now with Gearbox. Brock, former strategic coach of Gearhawks, is now a player, and definitely he will be the IGL for this tournament onto their side. And we have here Cyanide. Cyanide is really well known for his Sova. So we can somehow definitely look forward onto that lineups that he has. And Azurix is really well known for being consistent onto this game. So together with Crip and other players from his company, so they will really make an extravagant performance out of this game. And I feel like why they have the upper hand here or the advantage onto this tournament is because of their experience, of course. That's number one. And number two, this is really made of like almost all of them made it to the Gearhawk stage or into the Gearhawks position. So this is really something. Let's say we can somehow relate it to a super team because all of them manage to fill up a spot onto the Gearhawks. But we'll see things later on. And right now we are seeing the agent select. So the map is Bind, ladies and gentlemen. What a comeback. Bind. My favorite map. Favorite map. So uh speaking of Bind, so what do you think is the composition that you can use here, KR?
I think one of the main meta here is going to be a double smoke setup. Like we could properly see that, but we're going to see either a double initiator or a double duelist setup here because the bind is a very short map. It's a very short map, and they're going to be more of a outburst type of playstyle, and most likely they're going to be more on Harbor or KO or even Cypher. One of my main Cypher is going to be a big thing here to set up camps, set up trips, everything itself. And now we're thinking what's the best strat for this? Well, it depends on how you want to set up the tempo. Partner, how do you think they could generalize the tempo here?
Well, it actually depends on the condition and the pickings that will be coming up from both teams. As you said a while ago, they can really set the tempo if they have a cipher here as their sentinel, KO as an initiator. There are a lot of possibilities that will be coming here onto this map. But those kind of sentinels and controllers, let's say they do have a Viper setup here, they have cipher trips, so that will really be canceled out if they do have a KO out here. And if they don't have a KO, the pain shows coming from Arrays, which is considered to be the top duelist onto this map, is also there to give them a lot of space. So it depends on the condition. But right now, I am really expecting that both teams will be having a race. So, KO, it's still a thing out here, but we'll see because, KO's difficulty when it comes to usage is really not the easiest, I would say. So you need to put a lot of effort and practice when you're gonna be using an initiator like the likes of KO. So definitely, we won't be seeing it. Let's say a 60% chance that we'll be seeing KO onto this matchup, but we'll see that later on in the agent select. But right now, we are expecting, or I am expecting myself, a raise and a let's say double controllers out here, maybe a harbor or viper, together with an Omen or Brimstone. I myself is a big fan of a Brimstone and Viper setup here.
Yeah, a Brimstone and Viper setup here is very, very useful in post-plant situations. At the same time, Viper's walls are very, very effective here in bind, knowing how short it is and knowing how properly they could execute off of it. So we could see partner. And what do you think? What do you think is one of the best things that we could see so far in a duelist? It's mostly Raze, but one of my dark horse picks here would be Reina. Reina is obviously a tempo type of agent. Once you go in berserking for them, they're gonna go out all out on it. So we'll see, partner. We'll see, and hopefully the match is going to start in a few. And I hope you're having a fun time with us, knowing this is going to be one great match so far to know who's going to face MXT in the finals of GG 2023.
Yes, I hope that everyone is having a good time as well because I myself is having a good time out here. So again, thank you so much to our sponsors who made this event possible. Without you, this event wouldn't be here. Wouldn't be here. So let us thank for CUP Gear, the home of Gearhawks. CUP Gear is a premier esports organization here in TUP Manila. Compete in tournaments like Gear Games and Descent, have fun and socialize with our public games and podcasts, and style up your drip, of course, with our Gearhawks jersey and lanyard, which is currently available for pre-ordering. 9 days left, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure to order those kind of drips. To be updated everything in its system, make sure to head over to our socials, facebook.com/tupgear, twitter.com/tupgear, and of course, our tiktok.com/tupgear.
And also, thank you so much for Akadarina for sponsoring this event. And you know what Akadarina has helped us. This is the home of Filipino campus esports, where legends are born, where diamonds in the rough are found. So want to bring esports into your school? Akadarina Alliance program really is the best program for you here. And the Alliance member clubs, they get a lot of perks from it, from alliance games to mentorship and even support for their events. Learn how to join the alliance today at akadarena.com/alliance and get updates by liking them and following them on akadarena on fb.com/akadarenagg. And remember, this is not just play.
Yes. Thank you so much, Akad Arena and TUP Gear, for helping us conduct this kind of tournament, which is Gear Games 2023 for Valorant. But right now, let us head on over to our comment section. I believe that everyone is really waiting is really hungry to see this matchup again, ladies and gentlemen. Battle of Pagjowa nga daw sabi nila. And we are officially heading over into our agent select. So to those who are watching the stream, make sure to sit back and relax and of course enjoy the gameplay that we are about to witness onto this tournament. Libre magpa-shoutout dito, ladies and gentlemen, kaya wag kayong mahiya as we head on over to bind on the agent select.
What do you think? I think we're going to see something of a super cancel gameplay. And here we go. RGA picking KO. And they're going for an auto lock on here. Because they know for sure KO scans can really affect the game or the tempo properly. That's going to change the mood, change the playstyle, and even change the 1v1 situations here. But you could see a lot of it in Joey's Angels. They're locking it in, double initiators with a raise. The raise here is very, very useful, mostly scaring everyone when they hear her voice line. Partner, what do you think HGX should do here?
I think what they really need to do out here is, of course, they have to really bait the utilities from Wolfenstein, aka the KO of
Select your
Joey's
agent.
Angel. Because if you're just going to carelessly run into a site, this Wolfenstein KO is just going to cancel every utility that they have onto their arsenal. They really have a Viper out here, so once he gets tagged by that knife, those smokes will come down. And there are a lot of conditions that you have to consider when you are up against a KO, especially that uh, there are a lot of lineups that a KO can pull off onto this map. So let's see if Wolfenstein can really handle such things here onto this game. But for the winning condition, I would say here from here Gox, they definitely need to step up in order to frag out Wolfenstein or the KO here onto this game. They really need to take down this one key player in Joey's Angels team in order to get the I would say.
Yeah, and we could really see right now that they're opting for the double smoke setup. The double smokes meta is here, ladies and gentlemen, and I am a proud stan of it because how the tempo and the new meta is in Valorant, it's gonna change the whole trajectory of this game. And this is the highly anticipated match, ladies and gentlemen. So just lit up the comment section who you think will win. Just go for it, guys. Let's hype this up. Partner, here we
Yeah.
go.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's hype this up as Brock will start things off with that Trailblazer, ladies and gentlemen. Halima Magmahal trying to look for the beautiful entry frag that they need as the guiding light is there. A Cyanide goes for the first blood, takes down Tokyo, the main controller here onto the defending side. But RGA with the guiding light is there, but that will be pop off. Flash is there, and Midnight Rain with the frenzy kill against Cyanide and Sonic. Sonic, my oh my, with the double kill, takes down Wolfenstein and Midnight Rain, but RGA is not yet done. Takes down Azen na laging tulog, pinatulog. Guiding
Pinatulog
light
pa
was
niya?
there, pinatulog pa. Tignan natin kung may matutulog pa sa matchup nito. Natulog nga dito si Sui, but Sonic with a quick trade-off immediately as RGA was taken down, and this is a round coming at the side of the attackers. Here Gox will start things off.
That was a good starting round for Hirgox as they pushed their tempo to the max. And nakita nyo naman, halimaw magmahal. Of course, halimaw magmahal yung race na yan, guys. They got nothing to lose than to win and battle for the finals. So, ito pa lang, this is just the start of it. Everything's going to be a bit more fast-paced now, knowing they got Spectres and Bulldogs now.
They really have what they need right now, I would say, KR. But look at the confidence coming from RGA getting that kind of gun, which is a sheriff. And we can see multiple shorties out here coming onto their side. So you really gotta check those corners. The side of Hirgox as that pain shell is already been deployed onto their side. They really need to think what they should do onto this round, as that will be the heal coming at the side of the sky, as Signing will receive an amount of HP, I would say, in order to higher up the chances of winning. But still, a quiet round coming from both teams.
And we could see right now they're just going for that slow tempoed push from bats, but at the same time they're not committing anything. Ayaw natin mag-commit pero masarap pa din magmahal, 'di ba guys? So here we can see as a laging tulog. They're just rotating to B, knowing they baited the whole team to A. So it's a huge thing for them to just have a free sight right now. And I think they're going for commitments right now. They're gonna go for the commit onto B, and hopefully they get that.
Hopefully, they really do get that as Sonic goes for the first blood, takes down one member of the defenders, and Sonic will be utilizing those snake bites in order to clear some angle and delay the retake coming at the side of the defenders. And that Spectre spray downs those bullets will really scare the hands of this team. Joey's Angels still thinking what is the perfect opportunity to do here. They still have the tidal wave coming at the side of Tokyo. And look at that wave coming from them with a little letter S coming onto their side. And Sonic is just really patient, waiting for a flank. But there will be Eddie coming onto that side. What will be the game call coming from Joey's Angel? It seems that they will just be accepting the fact that this round is already not theirs, and they will be dying onto that spike in order to secure the economy that they really need. Uh-oh, RGA, take it down.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that they need to properly focus on to the next round, to how their eco is and to how Joey's Angels should should connect to this because they're now at full armor and full rifles. So I think it's going to be a bit more up tempo now for Joyce Angels. But let's see how they could go for it. Halimaw magmahal, Aze laging tulog. They're gonna be the main factors of this push. They're going to up seize RGA's flashes or even their dog. They're going to properly execute this round now, and hopefully we can see that change.
Hopefully, we can really see the change of the game phase coming at the side of Joey's Angel, but RGA will deploy that Trailblazer immediately onto the B site, and oh my goodness, Aze will be failing all the way on that tailway onto that side, but Halimo Magmahal takes down the robot onto this game. Wolfenstein is already down. 4v5 situation, ladies and gentlemen. It's still looking good at the side of Here Gox. But Midnight Rain takes down Sonic all the way from Hookah, and that guiding light won't be flashing anyone onto this game. Second guiding light by RGA flashes someone onto the middle of nowhere, but Halimo Magmahal and Laging Tulog takes down two people, make that one three people coming at the side of Joey's Angel, all left to Midnight Rain. Kinakain niya dito ang paint shell. That will be enough to take him down. Midnight Rain takes down Halimo Magmahal, but that will be the quick trade coming at the side of Brock. Ladies and gentlemen, 3-0 run coming at the side of Here Gox.
Yeah, Joey's Angels had a hard execution towards a retake. And they are having a hard time right now to think, paano ba natin pipigilan si Halimong Magmahal? How do we stop his love for this game? How do we stop this? I thought tulog lang si Azim, but damn, he's going to pop off so much in this game. And we could see 3-0 right now. And what do you think, partner? Will the wins change?
Actually, right now, I really can't say if Joey's Angel can really turn the tables right now, my partner, since they are really doing an eco round here. And look at the orbital strike coming at the side here of the attackers. As
Oh no.
almost taken down by Midnight Rain, but look at that. Still a 3v4 situation, ladies and gentlemen. They still have the Sheriff onto their hands. It's not yet over coming at the side here of Joey's Angel, but look at the crossfire and watching of angles coming at the side here of here Gox.
Here.
Every angle is really covered here, I would say, my partner. And laging tulog, pinatulog dito si RGA. But that will be the flash coming at the side of Wolfenstein. But Sonic will be there immediately to take him down. It's all left to Sui with the Sheriff on the Dream. He's going to be dying all the way on the spike, waiting for a perfect opportunity. Can Sonic take him down? Sonic swings. No, as Aze laging tulog takes him down. That is a beautiful crossfire coming onto their side.
And we've seen how here Gox is just sweeping through them, like checking every angle as much as possible. But Midnight Rain had that chance, but it was a blown opportunity. So we could see how everything is coming up for here Gox's side. And let me tell you, paring Pika, you were right on that prediction. Azerox and Brock, they're creating another strat to just counter Tokyo and Soshu. So hopefully we could see this properly for them to have another attacking win. Hopefully Joey's get another attacking win for the first time in this match.
They can actually pick off a round already here, KR, but this is actually a slow push coming at the side of the attacker. So this is somehow really different on what we've been seeing in the past rounds as RGA takes down the Halimaw Magmahal sa grupo dito ng Here Gox, but Sonic is still lurking all the way from A. But other members here from Joey's Angel is not yet rotating, knowing that they don't have the information that they need in order to fully commence a rotation from them. That Trailblazer will be destroyed. RGA still has the guiding light and to heal onto his arsenals. But Aze laging tulog, Azerox waiting for the perfect opportunity as that guiding light will be flashing the people or the person into the backside.
We can see right now, they're picking off one by one even if the lurk is there. Pero they're having a hard time just properly thinking, how do we counter this full-on strat? And oh my goodness, RGA whiffs that, but it's okay. They still have that 1v3 situation. How do you think Aze would win this?
Just a matter of picking up and forcing a 1v1 situation. Let's see if he can force a 1v1 gunfight out here. Aze laging goes for the double kill. Oh my goodness. And this is a 1v1 situation up against Tokyo. The spike is already planted. Tailwind was there, ladies and gentlemen. But Tokyo out here won't be messing onto that round as Aze pinatulog na ni Tokyo gets their first round onto this matchup.
Partner, have you seen that that spray transfer, so good from Aze. But it wasn't enough, and Joey's are now capitalized for the first time in this match. And Tokyo just said, no, hindi mo ako papatulugin. Ako ang magpapatulog sa'yo. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. Paano papatulugin si Aze? Ikaw ang babaril dapat sa kanya. And we could see this as a turnaround point for Joey's Angels. But Hirgox can adjust to this easily and quickly.
Let's see if that momentum will be coming onto their hands. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first round for their team. But can they continue the momentum? Or it's just here Gox will just counter everything off immediately as Sonic takes down Tokyo for the first blood. Showstopper is there for Halimo magmahal. Maghahalimo nga ba siya sa labong to? And the counter Showstopper was there. But that won't be enough to take someone down. Seekers is still up for RGA. Cyanide and laging tulog. Pinatulog ang dalawang miyembro dito ng defenders. All left right now to Sui and RGA. What can they do? Having that limited amount of utilities onto their arsenal. And look at the angle coming at the side here of Hirgox.
And they're hungry. They're hungry for this. Oh, RGA gets one.
Oh my goodness, they are really hungry for the kill. They are going to be pushing all the way
is
from
this
the
push?
base. Oh my goodness, RGA takes down another one, but Aze with a quick trade-off immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, 5-1 here coming at the side and in the favor of Hirgox.
And here Gox are just saying, we don't want to be slept on. We want MXT for this finals. We want this. We want more than you guys would. And Aze, hindi natulog si Aze. Gising na gising, ready to fight. He's ready to fight RGA, Midnight Train, Tokyo, and Wolfenstein. And we could see right again the eco of Joey's Angels is damaged because of that quick fight from the last round.
Yes, but look at the composure from the defenders or Joey's Angel. They are still confident, trying to push all the way from the bathrooms, but they will be backing off immediately as they have the information already that they need, as Midnight Rain will be throwing off that paint show, so Cyanide will be backing off here a little bit. But what will be the answer here coming onto their side as that counter paint show is already out by Halimo Magbahal, and Midnight Rain is just looking at the cornerstone of the bathrooms, and was that double kill coming at the side, make that one a triple kill coming at the side of that team. Joey's Angel right now is being an angel onto this matchup. Brock is just waiting.
And they're just trying to ease the situation. But there comes the flank from RGA. What a timely flank from RGA to swing this momentum around. Partner, that bats fight, what did you feel about that? Like nabulag ka na nga pero nakalaban ka pa din.
That was actually a phenomenal round, I would say, KR. That corner watching strategy that Midnight Rain did baited the persons or the people who were pushing back. So nakita nila, may nakatingin nila sa pader. Kala nila tinanggap na yung kamatayan, not knowing that Wolfenstein was there to clear things off immediately coming onto their side. And the flank from RGA forcing a flawless eco round, buying classics only onto that round will actually destroy the momentum of this team, or rather destroy the momentum of Hirgox. And right now we can see that their economy is not looking good at the hands here of Hirgox. But let's see if they can still reclaim a round out here as those paint shows will be deployed all the way from backside. Brock is there, of course, deploying the arsenals that they have. Seekers is already out. Halima Magbahal takes down the main anchor of B-side, which is Sui. And that spike will be planted down by Azerux. Spike is ticking right now, ladies and gentlemen. Time is ticking. Halima Magmahal is just waiting for someone to appear onto that spawn hall that he is watching the whole game. And right now, Halima Magmahal takes down Tokyo, ladies and gentlemen. But look at that spray down coming onto their side. This Hirgox is just not backing off, not showing any mercy coming onto their side. Midnight Rain, all left to her. Will this be a successful round coming from her, or it's just Cyanide and his company will dominate this matchup? Cyanide is there. Midnight Rain takes down Cyanide, but Azarux will be there to trade him off.
And we could really see how their tempo is just shifting from from minimal aggressiveness to full blown swinging and just fighting everyone 1v5ing everyone in their way. As a Azerox is just saying, hindi ako tulog. My time is now. I want to be a GG 2023 Valorant champion. And they're going for it. They're just seeking every fight as much as possible. The push from Azerox and halimo magmahal, man. It's very different to see an upscale tempo Reese go at it and not just fear for anything at that point.
The push right now is being commenced onto the side of Hirgox. That spike is going to be planted by Cyanide. And that was actually a beautiful plan coming from them as Sonic goes for the first blood, takes down Midnight Rain onto this game. And right now, as you can see, Sui is doing an eco round, or rather, not an eco round, I would say. I think she forgot to buy her guns. But look at the guiding light and the Seeker's combination coming onto their side as laging tulog takes down Tokyo. Iba ang kanya pinatulog sa larong ito. But RGA and Wolfenstein will be taking down two members of the attackers. Sonic out there, out of nowhere, takes down Wolfenstein with a snake bite. But Sui is there. Pinatulog na ang laging tulog sa larong ito. But time is ticking, ladies and gentlemen. Brock will be there for the exit frag coming from RGA. But Sui takes down Brock. 1v1 situation. Side nilakaran lamang dito si Sui. And that was still around for them.
Partner, that's what you call the pop and swing. Yun ang ginawa sa kanya, hindi siya aware. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Pinapakita nila who's the dominant one and who's the rightful one to be in the finals. But we could see Joey's Angels can still fight this off. They just need one more push, one more strat towards this. But at the same time, they're having a hard time facing against the gunfight that Hirgox is giving. And we could see how they could scale their opponents properly and how they could easily access them from any part of the site.
Really push KR, as you said a while ago. One more push, and they can really make this thing, or they can really turn the tables as that spike is going to be planted, of course, by the attackers. And Cyanide has been the main controller of this game right now, using those utilities perfectly onto his hands. But this is a 5v3 situation, ladies and gentlemen. What could be the answer? Coming at the side of the defenders as that Trailblazer will be gathering information. Will spot down Azurix all the way from the lamps, but Sui goes in for the double kill. 3v3 situation. Look how the tables have turned already. Multiple guiding light was there, but that will be flashing teammates, of course. Look at their swing coming from Sui. RGA tries to go for the wall bang, but that's not gonna be enough. Look at that. Azerox laging tulog, pinatulog si RGA. And look at the combination. Ace from Sui, and that smoke, ladies and gentlemen, from Tokyo will be diffusing the spike.
Yeah, we could see here how we just said they need to change the tempo of their game, and they did. They did that by properly playing team as a team. They weren't swinging by one, they were swinging as a whole. And that's what differentiates this game from everyone, and how they would want to win more. They want to show each and every one of these games that they're rightfully in that spotlight too. But here we could see Sui and Tokyo just need to be more connected right now. They just need to carry the other people, or at the same time they would be the ones to catalyst this comeback.
Can they really lead the comeback here, KR? But look at the confidence still coming from both teams, as that Trailblazer will be delaying the information push that he does. But speaking of the information that they need here, that orbital strike will be deployed all the way from Elbow, and Midnight Rain and Halima Magmahal is onto this game, or rather Brock is taken out onto the game, and that will be a triple kill coming in the side of the Limo Magmahal. But look at that, Azerox lagi tulog, pinatulog na dito si Tokyo, and Wolfenstein takes down Azerox for the trade-off immediately. And right now, this is a 2v1 situation. Still has no CMZ, but that will be enough as Sonic takes him down.
You know, one thing, partner, that
Last
I've seen
round
so
before
far
the
is to
switch.
how Brock is controlling the information. All of Sky's utils that Brock uses is crispy to the point that they know how this will end out. And now they know now how to upset Joey's Angels properly. From pushing bats or to pushing long to executing proper retakes, most of it, or for proper post plant retakes. They're just going at it again and again and again. They're not scared. Yung mga halimo nga magmahal dyan, hindi takot magmahal eh. Oh, they're just gonna fight this one through.
Yes, they are just going to fight this through as Azerox, the logging to log, takes down RGA onto the game, but Midnight Rain with the showstopper takes down Sonic as well. And right now, this is a 4v3 situation. And they have the Viper Spit onto the defenders as Brock takes down Sui, cancels out the Viper Spit onto the game. And right now, this is a 3v3 situation, ladies and gentlemen. And Brock again has the Seekers right now. Cyanide takes down Tokyo. All left to Midnight Rain and Wolfenstein. They still have the Melt Command onto their hands in order to cancel out those kind of utilities that here Gox still has. Let's see what will be the winning shot call coming at the side of the defenders. Now Command is already out, but Midnight Rain is already taken down, and Azurux with an off angle there to take the round for their team.
And now we're going to
Switching
switch
sides.
sides. So what do you think, partner? Is Joey's Angels going to have a redemption arc katulad ng sinabi ni Jefferson here? Or are we going to see here Gox go at it? Just hunt for more, be more hungry.
A comeback is really still possible coming at the side here of Joey's Angel, especially that they do have a KO here to cancel the utilities of the defenders, because these team Hirgox can really hold that site really well, especially that they do have a Viper onto this B site. But mind to tell you that they also have here a KO, Joey's Angel, in which they can cancel out every utility that a person is using onto a side. So if they can really use this one into a perfectly timing, they can actually still turn the tables down as Azerox will be backing off immediately all the way from bats, and as he gathered that information that they really need for this round, as the rotation will be coming off, I believe, coming at the side of the defenders. But look at the patience coming at the side as well onto that B side, as you can see onto the minimap. And
Yeah.
Wolfenstein will be there with Tokyo.
Yeah, they need to properly execute this plan properly because they need to capitalize with Chaos Knife. And we could really see how it would affect them properly into this match and into this half mostly because the one catalyst thing is that KO can cancel every skill in that form in where the scan starts. And when they think of it properly. And they're just starting to back off from A. And they're just thinking of, oh, who's gonna be at B? Who's gonna go fast through this? And they're gonna go faster and faster for this.
30 seconds left.
Faster and faster. Look at that fast face push coming at the side here of the attackers at that spike will be planted down by Sui. Multiple utilities are being thrown here. Pain Shield's guiding light is everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. But that will be the kill coming at the side here of Brock. And look at this one. How will they handle this retake as that Trailblazer is already out onto their side? Sonic, Cyanide, Halimo Magmahal with the triple kill, and it's all left to Sui. Balak siyang tuntukin pero hindi siya matotondo dito ni Cyanide as Sonic takes him down for the trade.
Sabi nga ni Sir Jesse Vash himself, ako lang at ang Team Secret na makakagawa ng Tondo Gaming lifestyle dito sa Pilipinas. Pero we could see here Gox is just more eager to win. And we could really see na dahil nag-battle ng mga magjowa to, may isa nang nananalo dito at isa nang natatalo. Ang dami na doon nagtatampo. Tampo daw ni Ate Ann is at 69% now. And we're really seeing how Brock is just controlling the narrative here to how he could see every pinch of playstyle to pinching the defense to getting an offensive output.
Talaga namang nagkakatampuan na dito ang mga magjowa. It's just, they are really controlling the game here as Azurix and Halimo Magmahal will go for a double kill for their team, and they will be backing off immediately, or rather push things off all the way from A short. But look at this. Wolfenstein is just waiting for a flank that is going to be happening right now for the defenders. But as you can see onto the minimap itself, there won't be any flankers out here. But Sui and his company is still trying to get the perfect opportunity in order to pick off a kill, I would say, knowing that they Kirgox has the arsenal to take him down. But I also love here the decision making coming at the side of Kirgox. They don't really want to push right now because if they get past this round and multiple members out here from Joey's Angel is still alive, Joey's Angels are the ones who's going to lose the economy out here, which is actually a great decision coming from them. But let's see if that patience can hold
30
till
seconds
the
left.
end after this round, as Wolfenstein was bitten by the Trailblazer, as Brock will be trying to pick off the orb, and that is just fake getting of orb. But Arimo Magbahal takes down Wolfenstein. RGA will be there coming from a gunfight. Decides to back off immediately. Still has the guiding light onto
Oh,
his hands. Oh my goodness. RGA takes down Sonic, takes down Azerox, lagi to log, reclaims the judge, and they don't have enough time to plan the spike.
oh my goodness. This has just been a masterclass for Brock, to be honest. To how he could just see how everything should be played properly. From one point to another, we could see Azerox and Cyanide just giving it off to one another. They're signaling each other na, push mo to Brad. Wala tayong, di ka dapat matakot. They're on eco. They're not scared of anything at all. They're not scared of we're gonna get 1v5 or we're gonna get sprayed. They're not scared of that. They're just pushing and pushing all through it.
Pushing and pushing and pushing as Sui takes down Halima Magbahal. But Azurix will be there for a trade, and Tokyo. Whoa, my goodness! Rock out of nowhere with a double kill. And right now, this is a 3v2 situation, really in favor, coming at the side of Kirgox, as RGA with the guiding light will be flashing someone onto that angle. And another guiding light is there. RGA takes down Cyanide. 2v1 situation, all left to RGA. Still has the Vandal onto his hand. Tries to go for a wallbang. Guiding light by Brock is already deployed. 85 HP for him. Still has another guiding light onto his hand, but he won't be popping up that bird. And speaking of that bird, Azerox, pinatulog na siya ni RGA. Oh my goodness. 4 bullets in a dream. Brock, my goodness. 4 bullets is enough to take him down.
Match point.
We are seeing Brock at his peak IGL forming. The strats is in. Wag mo nang isipin yun. Matulog ka na, Azurix. Matulog ka na. I got this with 4 bullets left in that Phantom. Partner, nakakita tayo ng mga kakaibang play dito galing kay Brock, galing kay Cyanide at kay Azerox. Si Azerox antok na yan. Kasi gusto niya nang makatulog bago ang simula ng finals against MXT Last Dancers.
Scout destroyed.
One win away to meet the dancers onto this tournament. KR and RGA will be starting off things here onto this round. Goes for the first blood. Halimo Magbahal backs off immediately, and look at the push right now coming at the side of the attackers. They are ready to commence this as that knife from KO is already there. He's going to be suppressing all the way from the spawn and backside of A, as that spike is going to be planted by Sui. They still have the shield or the smoke shield coming to the side of Harbor. Let's see how will they retake this side. Azerox na lagi tulot has that operator in a dream together with Halimo Magmahal. And right now, this is a 5v1 situation. Can he 1v5 here? Inaantok na Azerox. Tignan natin kung aantokin ba siya. Mamumulat ba siya sa katotohanan? Makakapitas ba siya? No way, that's the first shot of the game. Hindi pa rin siya nakapitas as Tokyo. Pinatulog na dito si Azerox. Sabi niya, good night, Azerox. Kami muna ang mag-a-advance next round.
Yeah, they're not going off in a simple manner. Joey's Angels are still hungry. Pero kailangan nilang isipin, who do we get to pick off first? And dapat iniisip nila right now, it has to be Brock. Because Brock is just initiating every bit of information and relying it to Azerox and Cyanide to frag. Same time, Criff is just saying, wala ka dapat katakutan dito. Sila lang yan. Hindi sila yung mga jowa natin. Kung jowa man natin to, dapat takot na tayo.
Ay, nako po talaga naman matakot ka pag nag-away na kayo ng jowa after ng larong ito as Tokyo goes in for the first blood, goes in for the double kill, takes down Halimo Magmahal. Dire-diretso na dito ang Joey's Angel. Pinapapunta na sa heaven ang mga player dito ng Here Gox. Go there right now. Angels go to heaven, goes for the 4K Tokyo, and RGA will be there to clean up this round. What a flawless round coming from them.
Partner, do you believe ba? Do you believe in Joey's Angels?
I believe in Joey's Angels. They are really sending everyone into heaven. Every member right now of Hirgox is being sent into heaven.
But here we see, gising na ba si Azrix? Gising na ba siya? Ginising na ba siya ni Brock? Are we going to see the end of Joey's Angels or Joey's Angels going for heaven and above?
Tignan natin kung magigising na nga ba nila talaga dito si Azurux because they really need Azurux for this kind of situations, ladies and gentlemen, as Dan Boombot is already out at the side of the attackers for information gathering, and that knife will be there to suppress the whole site up to the backside, and those guiding lights will be popped off, flashing everyone, every attackers and defenders, as that Seekers from Brock will be there. Can Brock seek what he needs? Oh my goodness, Orbital Strike is there from Cyanide. And right now, out of nowhere, it's a 3v1 situation. Make it a 2v1 situation, but Halimo Magmahal takes down Midnight Rain, and that would be the game for this semifinals, game number 2. It's Brock up against Last Dancers.
Oh my goodness, what a match in the making. We've seen how Brock just evaluated everything in the process to how every bit of detail was there. And hats off to Joey's Angels for this run. They weren't really expected to be here. At the same time, they made it. They showed that they really impressed everyone in this motion. they sh- they showed how kahit hindi kami expected, we're still here. We gave it our best. And it's really a really good game for RGA for Joyce Angels. RGA just carried the whole load of fragging properly and flashing for his teammates. But at the same time, may nagising eh. Pare ko sino yung nagising?
Gising na gising talaga lahat dito. Buong sambayanan ginising ni Brock, and that was the answer coming onto the side here. And Azirux, nasabi nating laging tulog. Look at that. Azirux was the main man right now of Geargox, having that combat score of 266. What a performance coming from him. And I do believe we can have Azirux here on the table with us because we know that they are really feeling the momentum right now, and they are really feeling that championship bound onto their veins. They are really excited to be the champions as well onto this tournament.
So the thing goes now. Azerox, gising ka na ba? Gising na ba ang ating jet main?
Gisingin na natin dito si Asbrooks, but before natin siyang gisingin dahil mukhang pagod na pagod siya sa matchup na yun, of course, we would like to thank again our sponsors for this tournament, because without these sponsors, this tournament won't be possible. But of course, let us thank TUP Gear, the home of Gearhawks. TUP Gear is a premier esports organization here in TUP Manila. Compete in tournaments like Gear Games and The Sand. Have fun and socialize, of course, with our public games and podcasts, and style up your drip with our official Gearhawks jersey and lanyard, which is still currently available for pre-ordering. And we only have 9 days left, so make sure to get yours. To be updated everything in the system, make sure to like and follow by heading over to one of our socials. That's facebook.com/tupgear, twitter.com/tupgear, and tiktok.com/tupgear.
And here we have one of the best sponsors so far. Thank you for Arena for sponsoring GG 2023. Without Arena, we wouldn't be here. And of course, what's Arena, guys? Arena is the home of Filipino campus esports. Want to bring esports to your school? The Arena Alliance programs got you, bro. The Alliance member clubs get what? Alliance games, mentorship, and even event support like this for GG 2023. Learn how to join the Alliance today by going to akadarena.com/alliance and get updates by just liking and following Akadarena on fb.com/akadarenagg. And remember, guys, this is not just play.
My oh my, actually really grateful for these sponsors because they really make sure that esports has a room for everyone or for every student that we have here, ladies and gentlemen. And right now we have here on the table is the match MVP or the team MVP for Hirgox Azaruk. So Azaruk, of course, congratulations for getting your victory and proceeding, of course, to the grand finals. So first and foremost, kamusta yung nararamdaman mo? Ano yung pinaka nararamdaman mo ngayon knowing na makakalaban niyo na si MXT Last Dancers in the grand finals later on?
Unang-una, thank you sa good luck, and ang inisip ko kasi malalakas yung kalaban namin eh. May hugot sila dito from Taguig na dalawang varsity player. Tapos yung ibang players ay maging mga dating teammate ko na rin, kaya yung expectation ko ay may magandang laban na mangyayari. So ayan. Excited din ako.
We saw a while ago as well, sobrang balance ng frags nyo. As we can see, sobrang balance nito. Hindi siya nakaka-layoff from everyone. So, paano nyo, and everything was so perfect. Like the shot calls being led by Brock, I believe. So, everything was so in sync. So, can you explain like how does your communication or your team communication go every single round?
Una nakikinig lang kami sa mga shot calls ni Sir Brock, and pag sa may naman, in-game na mismo, pag nagko-call din kami by situation, tapos disiplina lang talaga.
Really love that discipline that you said. And of course, final question before we head on over to our break. So, what is your message to everyone? And of course, if you would like to leave a message to MXT Last Dancers, so please go ahead.
Sana support nyo ang team namin na Hirgox, at good luck din sa mga makakalaban namin. Sana pakitaan nyo kami ng magandang laban. Yun lang. Thank you.
Azerox,
Alright.
gising ka na ba? Gising ka na
Medyo.
ba?
Nakatulog lang eh.
Natutulog lang.
Natulog lang.
Gigising ako para sa sa last na kalaban namin.
Yun, let's go.
Talaga namang gisingin mo ang buong mundo mamaya, Azarux. And there we go. So thank you so much, Azarux, for being over here, of course, and joining us. So right now, so of course, it's the grand final. So this is going to be up against MXT Last Dancers and Hirgox. But of course, before that, you have anything to say, KR?
Well, partner, this has been one hell of a ride so far sa semis natin. And we are bound to see two-time GG champions here in Valorant. It's either gonna be a lot from MXT, which is weakest form, or either in Hirgox to be Azerox and Cyanide. We are bound to see history right now. And hopefully this is going to be a banger.
Yes, we do hope everything will be a banger right now and everything will be on fire later on. But of course, before we head on over to the grand finals itself, we will be having a short break, ladies and gentlemen. So please, please, please don't go away because we will be right back in a couple minutes.
And make it known. But first gonna go down, and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan ng wakit. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on, no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. But first gonna go down, and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan ng wakit. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for memes, but it's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's going to be a problem in the first game. First quarter.
well, yeah, easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for memes, but it's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's going to be a problem in the first game. First quarter.
well, yeah, easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for memes, but it's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's going to be a problem in the first game. First quarter.
well, yeah, easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for memes, but it's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's going to be a problem in the first game. First quarter.
well, yeah, easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for memes, but it's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's going to be a problem in the first game. First quarter.
well, yeah, easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for memes, but it's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na yung sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's going to be a problem in the first game. First quarter.
well, yeah, easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But memes, he's gonna get taken out. No trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for memes, but it's
Pati na ang sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan ng one. Look at that. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na ang sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan ng one. Look at that. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na ang sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan ng one. Look at that. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na ang sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan ng one. Look at that. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na ang sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan ng one. Look at that. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na ang sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan ng one. Look at that. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's
And make it known. But first gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Good afternoon or Almost good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, it is still the Gear Games 2023 Valorant playoffs. And right now, we will be having, of course, the grand finals. So this will be up against MXT Last Dancers and Hirgok. So what do you think for our matchup right now, KR?
I think this narrative will be who will be the two-time champs. Who will be in the Gearhawks roster right now will be those two-time champs. Will it be someone from MXT or from Hirgox? Gising na ba si Azerox? Who knows? Diba? May mag-aaway ba ng jowa later? But here, we have the best of three map selections and wow, this is such a good map bans and deciders.
Wow, as we can see, MXT band Fracture and Hirgox band Split onto the first phase, and we this is we can see here. MXT pick Lotus. So Lotus, as you saw a while ago, it was a phenomenal map coming onto their side, winning in the 13-5 victory up against Canton. But Haven right now has been hovered by Hirgox. So we don't have any idea on what's gonna happen in Haven because we haven't seen both teams played onto this map for today, I would say. And the decider, of course, was Ascent, as we saw a while ago. And we'll be hopping over, I believe, into the first map, which is Haven. So what do you think right now? Haven, team composition, there are a lot of strategies that we can manipulate here, especially that this map has three sites.
Yeah, I think the best position would here would be Omen on smokes because of the refillable smokes. At the same time, the TPs from what re-hits or just going for quick rotations. At the same time, Killjoy and Sova or Killjoy will be the main factor of this to counter those counter flanks and or those flanks mostly. And at the same time, we're going to see Breach here comboed with a bit of Jet, hopefully, like how they would just dismantle them in Garage, or most likely it would be a bit more of a slow paced and more methodical thought onto this game. What do you think, partner?
So actually, both teams really have a great composition, I would say. And finally, we can see here Cyanide onto that Sova, in which I really do believe that he can perfectly or he can utilize Sova in a maximum potential. It will be a big thing for them, I would say. So a lot of things can happen out here, I do believe, but let us hop in over as here Gox will be the attackers or the main drivers for now. And the defenders would be, of course, MXT Last Dancers. And that was a quick push coming onto the side of B site. Weakest form is left alone all the way from backside, but nothing to lose. Takes down Sonic all the way there. But Cyanide takes down weakest form as well. The main anchor here all the way on B side as Spike is really planted down. As Prance takes down Cyanide. Azurux, gising na, takes down Zelbisky. And wow, this is a 3v1 situation, I would say, onto their side. And Halimo Magmahal takes down Lax. First round, it will go, of course, to here Cox.
Yeah, we saw how they just properly entered into B as if it was a cakewalk. You could see how they knew who would be like the main victim there, the main one and only person, because they know they're gonna play the 2-1-2 playstyle again. 2A, 1B, 1 or 2A, 1B and 2C, or either on any of those formations. And I feel like Brock is just telling them just to be composed. Don't push it, don't force it mentally on you. Just think of it as a scrimmage against your former teammates. Oh, and we can see there, whoopsie.
Okay, whoopsie. Whoopsie
And
recon.
it's normal, it's normal. We just give them that.
It really does happen, something like that. You're not a solo main if that doesn't happen to you. But right now, this is a 5v4 situation, ladies and gentlemen. It is still looking good. Coming at the side here of the defender. So let's see how they can handle this round. As France, I believe, will go for a flank with that Sheriff. But I think he's going to be backing off immediately. And Azuruk takes down Zelbisky. Look at the fast-paced round. Coming at the side of Hirgox. Takes down every single member of MXT Last Dancers.
I feel like MXT has been giving them a bit more. Give MXT has been given that reality check that they know what the strat is. They know how to counter it, and here Gox is just checking on it. They're just realizing that, oh, they're just running the same play that we used to play with them against them. We know their highs and lows. So it really comes to the narrative that we know who you are and now we know how to counter you. So Brock is just a powerful mindset right now. Just to know that, oh, you're just gonna be pushed again and again. But damn, France 14k getting that headshot against Animo Magmahal.
Oh my goodness, France 14k out of nowhere gets a triple kill onto that round. Nothing to lose, takes down Sonic. But Azarux, pinatulog si Nothing to Lose, and Lax will be there for the trade. And that's what you expect on the rifle round after losing 2 rounds.
Yeah, they just focused on what what could they do after that bonus, because we've seen that weakest form disconnected real quick last time for the second round, and now how many could they be more focused on the eco of all of this? Like, we've seen full rifles now, rifles and shields, but hopefully we could see something around an A push coming right now.
And I think we're going to be seeing an aim push out here as they destroy that recon bolt immediately by Prance 14k. And Prance will be backing off immediately. And look at the quick rotation coming at the side of Nothing to Lose. You know, he's been holding that B site really well, but he decides to rotate immediately and anchor A site together with Prance. And that Nanoswar will be delaying them a lot, or will be delaying the attackers when it comes to pushing down the site. And the attackers, I believe, will do go for a rotation out here. And the flank right now, let's see if it will be commenced for the defenders. Look at how deep Dilbisky and Lax are holding the rotation coming from the attackers. And it's just Brock is trying to be careful. He does know, he does feel that someone is going to be flanking all the way from their spawn. But look at the patience from both teams coming off right now.
Yeah, and we could see na they're just trying to reassess the situation properly, to how MXT could just patch them off bit by bit, to how here
30
Gox
seconds
can
left.
just full on steam ahead with this. And Brock playing the Sentinel right now seems to have that feel like FNS, like how to finesse these players before.
Spike down.
Straight down to A side. Brock was taken down by Nothing to Lose. They still have 13 seconds left onto the time, but that spike can still be planted as Halima Magmahal goes for the double kill. And right now, it's all left to Lax on a 2v3 situation. I mean, 1v3 situation, and make that one a 1v2 right now. Teleports all the way through the smoke, but Azarux with the great anticipation takes down Lax onto that smoke spray down.
Yeah, they're just showing that bit of game knowledge, that game sense, that magkakatapat na tayo. Our game sense are just similar to each other. They can't get away with this. We know who you are. So, ito pa lang yung nakikita natin, partner. Alam na natin yung playstyle ng isa't isa. Alam na natin yung paano i-counter ito isa't isa. Ngayon, who will break through this?
Let's see if they can break the streak. If these MXT Last Dancers can break the streak. And look at the confidence! Oh my goodness! From Delbisky, but Halima Magmahal and Sonic with the double kill, providing that they still have the advantage here. But Saide takes down Prance 14k right now. This is a 4v1 situation. Make that one a 4v1 situation. All left to weakest form. No utilities or shields. And he's only one hit away from his graveyard. And Cyanide is deciding whether to use or not the owl drone. He does use it. Tries to gather information that they need in order to take down the last man standing at the side of the defenders. No information was given. Why Cyanide weakest form right now is really popping out all the way from garage. Does heard someone is hiding on the way to the backside onto the gong. Let's see if he can take down Cyanide. Fault line is there. Recon bolt is there as well. Weakest form is being pinched right now for the attackers, and the attackers, Halima Magmahal takes down weakest form onto that round. 4-2-1. Wow, wow, wow. What a performance coming from here, Gox.
Yeah, they're just explosive right now. They're thinking of how to counter those calls by Lax or by Brands to how they could see weakest form and at its weakest form, and we could see how they really countered that. They know where to place this play their style, their play their positions and their utils properly. And wala silang magawa sa shot calling na ginagawa ni Griff at ni Brock. You just know how to finesse them one by one. And now they need to think what could be the catalyst among our utils.
What could be the catalyst for them? A Cyanate takes down Lax because of that Recon Bolt assisting him. And Azurix was there for the entry already. And the lockdown is deployed out here by the defenders. But the Hunter's Fury is also there from France. Oh my goodness, what a massive utility usage coming at the side of the defenders. But Dilbisky is also there to assist them. Dilbisky takes down one man here onto the attackers. Flashpoint is deployed by Halimo Magmahal. And right now, this is a 4v1 situation. All left to Cyanate. Takes down weakest form. Nothing to lose with the trade.
Yeah, it's hard out here to see that they've been actually focused to push and just push them bit by bit. But here we see MXT just knowing tempo, that rush style tempo, and to just be patient towards it. So we could really see how they could develop to this again with nothing to lose, just checking and checking with her Killjoy turret from C garage to C long. He could just know where they are now. So what could be the next answer for Eargox now?
Placing swarm grenade.
See what would be the answer for them as Dilbisky is being burned by that nano swarm coming from Brock. But Brock has to be careful onto that one as Dilbisky misses her first shot. But Cyanide supposed to deploy the Owl drone, but decides to back off immediately as nothing to lose with the first blood. Takes down Sonic, the main controller of the attackers. And I believe that Hirgox will be having a hard time right now. No controller onto their hands, but they still have their initiator Cyanide here with full utilities.
Yeah, it's hard right now for MXT to just
Right there.
go rush into this, but here we could see that they've been properly thinking, hey, we're just gonna be more complacent now. We're gonna be more attitude focused towards our pushes. And Saine just knows how to counter those.
Speaking on how to counter those, because of that shock dart, that nano swarm was already popped off by nothing to lose, but an alarm bot is still waiting onto the entry. And look at the shock dart. That timing is going to be enough to take down some damage onto the side of nothing to lose. And Azurux uses the tailwind all the way from Garage. The flashpoint was there, but Azurux will just ignore it anyways. Vandal sprayed out is there, and Azurix will just try to push all the way onto the side. The flashpoint is also there. France was taken down by Halimo Magmahal. Brock was just pressing W all the way on B side, trying to clear every angle that they need to clear. As Delbisky takes down Halimo Magmahal, and right now Spike is being planted by Azurix. This will be a 3v3 situation, ladies and gentlemen. The post plant is being commenced. Cyanate takes down weakest form. Right now, it's already a 3v2 situation. Cyanate is being greedy out here, trying to chase for Lax, but he backs off immediately. Aranoia is there. Cyanide will deny it immediately. Let's see what could be the winning case or the winning strategy coming at the side here of Cyanide. Oh my goodness, this timing must be perfect for him. It's really perfect. Zelbisky ascends all the way onto that top side, onto B. Taps the spike for the defuse. Cyanide is just being chill here, trying to go for the 5-second rule. 5-second rule will apply to him. And he does have enough time. He does have enough time. The sneaky defuse from Zelbisky. My
Pros
goodness, but
don't
Cyanide.
fake.
Oh my god, look at that. Can we have a replay for that, ladies and gentlemen? Look at that. Cyanide over here picks off a kill by picks off Lax, I mean, and look at the 5 seconds ticking. That the counting of Cyanide was there, but it was not enough to take down Zelbisky. And Zelbisky out there just commits the defuse. She doesn't fake the defuse already because she does know it is already halfway. And Cyanide must be feeling the pressure out there.
Yeah, Saine just felt that whole pros don't fake situation there, partner. And we are now seeing they're trying to change the tempo. the winning style of MXT is coming back to them to their roots right now, and they're seeing how Brock is just having a hard time thinking of another strat for them, and at the same time, Azurox, are you awake, bro? Time to step up, time to give back to what it means to be Gearhawks champion again, a Gearhawks games.
Spike down mid.
Yes, yes, yes. We need Azurux to step up onto this game to provide phenomenal performance onto their team. And speaking of nothing to lose, tumulog na. Pinatulog dito ni Azurux. And this one will be a 2v3 situation. And Lax is waiting for the entry coming from Azurux. Takes him down. Cyanid is blinded. And Lax, what an anchor onto C site.
Yeah, they've been trying to find a solution for each and every one of it, and now they've gone to get all those situations in, and now we're going to see a timeout into this, and yeah, it's time for Brock to think that they've known the situation thoroughly. They know what they need to adjust now, but Brock has to double check if it's worth it to do those things again. I'm not in the scene mostly, but I think they need to be more patient towards their hits because they kept on rushing and rushing site, and that's where Dembinski and MXT has been doing so great right now. First of all, Lax is just giving them the treatment of a good controller with the blind. Delbisky, she's giving them that pro treatment to how you shouldn't be you shouldn't be scared of those defuse situations, and just MXT trying to do mind games on them. So partner, what do you think that here Gox have to adjust naman?
I think they would be adjusting here the way they attack. So, as we saw a while ago, they've been trying to pick off multiple kills before they commit into site. It is actually a fast. It's actually not a slow push. I would say it's just they are gathering information first, and into tiny bit seconds of the round, they will rush in and plant down the spike to extend their let's say time or extend their odds of winning. It's just a matter or testing of patience out here. So let's see what is the winning possible situation out there. And they really talked that one about really hard. And I think the winning case must be this one. Take down Delbisky here, but Delbisky takes down Sonic. Onto that angle, Delbisky is just the god or the goddess of that angle onto A short. But let's see if Prance will be here as his buddy to anchor down A site as that recon bolt will spot them down. Being revealed as Azurux takes down France, and that will be the Rolling Thunder coming onto their side. Multiple utilities right now are being thrown as Azurix goes for the entry. Brock takes down Delbisky with the Nano Swarm off camera, and that will be the planting of Spike is being commenced by Brock. Ladies and gentlemen, a 3v3 situation still looking good for both teams. Still has Aftershock in order to deny someone who is hiding all the way here on Hell, which is Azurix. Azurix has to fall down. Brock is here for the swing. Brock is there, makes the shot. Biggest form takes him down. Lax with the trade. Lax, oh my. Checking for the corner, gets the round.
Yeah, we could see how they were more patient towards that retake and knowing they would outswing them properly. We've seen this on the last couple of rounds. They swing and they swing and they swing. Here Gox kept on swinging on bad situations, and to how they need to be more assessed to how they swing, to how they play against Delbisky and of course Lax. Lax has been a catalyst for this map, from blinds to smoke positions to pushing. He's been that catalyst with Delbisky, and they need to win this properly with that duo of Delbisky and Lax for MXT. But for for Geargox, they need to assess those situations. They need to assess that they can't really just push again and again and again. They need to get more info.
Yes, yes, more information gathering for them, especially they do have Cyanide onto their hands. Speaking of Cyanide, Cyanide takes down Nothing to Lose, making this one a 5v4 situation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what would be the continuation of the song Coming from here, Gox, Brock takes down Lax, who's been the anchor of Seaside, but weakest form with a double kill, but Cyanide will quickly deny him from getting more kills out here. Franz and Zelbisky, the only standing players here at the side of MXT. Let's see what could be their winning possible case here.
Yeah,
Oh,
they need to focus on proper execution right now, and they're just doing this one by one, and Dalbisky just goes down like that, and they've now known what it means to properly assess the situation of every post plant, of every attack. They need to talk to themselves that they know what they need to do.
they are really responding right now into the strategies that their IGL has been giving to them. And we can see it from here because of their timing and their setups right now for both teams. But it's just Hirgox onto that round being the better team. But let's see if they can continue their momentums because momentums are always being shifted from both teams. It's 5-5 right now, round 11 of the first half. Let's see what will happen right now onto their case. They are just rushing in, forcing everyone to back down. That will be the lockdown coming at the side of the defenders. Delbisky has nowhere to run, still has that sheriff, and that lockdown is already destroyed as Cyanate was taken down already by Prance 14K. Nothing to lose with the Marshall, but Brock with the Bulldog barking against France. And Delbisky, oh my goodness, 2v1 situation. Brock still has the Bulldog onto his hands. What a drifty round. Stinger against a Bulldog. Nothing to lose. Takes down Brock onto this round.
And we could see MXT just knowing when to strike, how to strike, and how capable are they to strike. Dalbisky was patient, was just defending each and every one of MXT's teammate, MXT itself. Like they're just thinking, I can carry this, but at the same time, just back off a bit. We'll just regain the attack at the same time. And with that, they won the round. They didn't think that, oh, we're just gonna lose a round because we're on eco. They didn't think of that. They just pushed hard.
They are really pushing hard, and that is the same case that is happening right now, my partner, as Cyanide goes for the owl drone immediately, and that is still the lockdown coming at the side here of the attackers. Brock making sure that they can clear off this site really well, but Prance won't be denying that lockdown, and they will be going for a possible retake onto this round. Spike right now is being planted, and that will be the recon bolt coming at the side here of Prance. Still has the owl drone and the shock darts on his arsenals. No flank is being commenced yet by the defenders, and a lot of people right now from the attackers are backing off for the post plant.
Yeah,
Defenders,
they're scared of the ult, the breach ult that they're gonna hear once it's announced. Oh my goodness, here we go. Here comes the ult.
here we go. Oh my goodness. Brock, despite not getting that kill, his teammates are there to clean up that mess, and that is a round for them. Coming onto the side, what a beautiful first half coming from both teams, 6-6. Both teams not backing off.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best things that you've seen today. That they keep on firing on each other at the same time. They adjust mid game to every situation that Brock gives them, to what Delbisky gives HGX, and to what Brock gives to MXT. They just need to be a bit more concerned about how both of them will pop off on this second half. What do you think of the second half, Chief?
And half. Actually, they do have a similar team composition here. It's actually a mirror. So it's actually a matter of fact that who's going to be making the wiser decision here. You know, those kind of strategies, the one that Hirgox did earlier is actually working. And it's also going to work here. It's just a matter of fact that they need the perfect opportunity and the information gathering that they have to do. And speaking of information gathering, Sonic is being revealed all the way from the backside, and Delbisky takes him down. And as this is a 4v2 situation, as Nothing to Lose takes down Cyanate, and right now the post plant will be there. Halimo Magmahal still has a flashpoint onto his hand. Let's see what will be the possible response. Coming at the side here of the attackers, I mean the defenders, as Azurux takes down Zelbisky. Weakest form takes down Azurux, and wow, oh wow, weakest form popping off onto this round. 7-6 right now. It's just a matter of trading rounds for both teams.
Yeah, the trades were so fast there that they didn't even think that, oh, we just popped off one, we can get another one, but they just kept on pushing. So that's where MXT capitalized. Let's play a team game rather than go 1v1v1. And that was the best decision that you could ever do on a post plan situation. You just go at it again and again and again. You have to play smart properly on those 2v2 situations.
Shadows traveling.
And from a slow push, they are going for a fast pace right now. Look at how quick these attackers are. Zelbisky leading the way with the smokes of Lax as Cyanide goes in for the flank, but weakest form is waiting for him. Make that a first kill, but Halimo Magmahal will be there to respond. Lax with the paranoia shrouded step combination, but Halimo Magmahal naghahalimaw dito sa B-sided window. Tignan natin kung maghahalimaw pa nga ba to. Nothing to lose. Oh my goodness, not gonna be making his shots with that Sheriff as Azirox pinatulog na siya. And right now, this is a 3v2 situation, not looking good at the side of the attackers. Zolbisky is just trying to hold. He can. Can he hold? Yes, she does hold. Prance, Zolbisky combination. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, what a round again for the attackers.
Yeah, we're seeing how their offense just cracks up the defense of here Gox. Brock is having a hard time processing the moment that once Delbisky enters, it's game over. Like that's been the narrative for the last few rounds. They don't know how to counter Delbisky properly, and they keep checking on Azerox and on Crypt instead. They were just having a hard time entering. They're having one of the hardest times so far on two straight rounds, on two straight occasions.
They are really having a hard time right now, and multiple utilities are being thrown to the attackers. And look at that, weakest form takes down Sonic onto the game. Delbisky takes down Azurux, and right now this is a 4v3 situation. Recon Bolt is there at the side of the defenders, and Delbisky will be barely missing those shots. Halimo Magmahal, together with this company, goes in for the aftershock, creating some space. Does have another flashpoint for their team, and that Owl drone is going to be deployed. And he's gonna tag here Delbisky. Delbisky was taken down by Cyanide, but look at the Rolling Thunder combination coming from them. Weakest form takes down Cyanide. Cyanide takes down weakest form as well with a trade coming from that shock dart. And right now, this is a post-plan situation. Nothing to lose. Takes down Brock. 1v1 situation. Halimo Magbahal down the spike, crouching all the way. Nothing to lose. Let's see what will be his response. He gets stunned by the fault line. Oh my goodness, he's not gonna be making those shots. He just makes the shot. He just makes the shot. Calculated. Halimo Magmahal, pinatumba ng nothing to lose nyo.
Because he has nothing to lose, bro. He has nothing to lose. They're just giving him the treatment of, oh, I got aftershock. That's no problem. I can still clutch this round. They're just not playing properly as a team. They're playing all by themselves, 1v1ing everyone. While MXT is just giving them the team treatment. Delbisky being the entry fragger and the main fragger, while at the same time, while she gets killed, there's another support. They're not. Here, Dox is just not playing to team satisfaction. They're just playing individually.
Oh my goodness, what an aggressive play coming from Cyanide. Look at the spray down coming from Nothing to Lose. This round is such a mess, I would say. Nothing to Lose takes down Azurix with that turret, and Delbisky was there to take down the last kill onto the game. It's around what you expect right now from NXT.
Yeah, they're just having a hard time thinking of what they need to do and what they need to see from this roster. Here, Gox just needs to be a bit more team brief or in team chemistry. They need to play as a team rather than by themselves. That's what they've been doing for the last few rounds. They've just been all by themselves. They're not playing as a pair. They're not playing as a team. They're just playing by themselves. They need to learn to adjust to it. They need to learn to how Delbisky, Franz, and Lax play together as one, even if they're on split rotations.
They really need to play as a team, especially in times like this, because the gap round is being larger and larger because of the momentum coming at the side of MXT, as that spike is going to be planted down already. And Zilbiski will be there all the way on C long to watch for flank, but France is just denying everyone who is pushing out here. Zilbiski takes down Azurix and weakest form with a double kill, but Halima Bahal and Cyanide won't be backing off on that gunfight on Garage.
Player standing.
Rolling Thunder is there, but Lax takes down Halima Magbahal. Cyanide has no idea what to do right now. It is a 3v1 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Delbisky is waiting all the way here on A long. That shock dart will be hitting Delbisky, but Cyanide will be pushing all the way from C Cubby.
Yeah, they're
It's
having
just Cyanide pushing. Nothing to lose, has nothing to lose.
again, it's with their personal play. They're not playing as a team. They just get picked off one by one by a whole four stack of players rotating properly to what they need to do. So at the end point of it, it's just solo play against team play. And partner, what do you think HGX needs to do for this mounted comeback?
They really need to do a lot of strategies and teamwork, I would say here, my partner, because as you said a while ago, they have been doing a lot of individual play. And the trades are not connecting onto their side. So it's just a matter of fact they have to trade. They've been getting the frags. They are not losing their aim, and the game sense is still there. It's just they need to properly coordinate with each other to get those trades that they need, especially that uh, all rounds, as you can see, are already close. It's just they are one step away to get the round, but sad to say, it's just MXT with a greater or better coordination coming onto their side. But take a look at the scoreboard, KR. It's just MXT Last Dancers not missing a single round onto this half. They really have turned the table since that first half. And this is actually a great sign for them because as you can see, look at the composition coming at the side here of the defenders. They are now doing an eco round or a save round. And this has and MXC Last Dancer has a higher chance of winning this round. It's a matter of 80 to 90% that they would be getting this round, and that would force them into a match point, and that will be a really hard decision, or let's say that will be a hard time coming at the side of the Hirgox because they really need to force an overtime. So that's a lot of round in order to catch up if MXC Last Dancers can pull off this round.
Yeah, I think they need to be a bit more composed right now to how they would go into this round. For Hirgox, they just need to be a bit more stable on their trades. They need to be a bit more open into their team style, but they just need to be a bit more focused other than MXT because MXT is just in a zen mode right now to play and win as a team, not by itself.
We need the teamwork that we have been waiting to see, as France will be there for the Recon Bolt because they already wasted the ultimate or the Hunter's Fury of Cyanide was deployed a while ago.
Watching here.
Let's see
Yeah.
what will be the possible case here for MXC Last Dancers, as Nothing to Lose right now is leading the push all the way from A, and it's just Azurux who's waiting from them all the way on A site. Let's see what will be the possible case here for MXT.
Yeah, MXT needs to push this as a whole. They don't need to be one by one because we know how Azerox can play with that sheriff. They know the risk of it. And here we go.
They are taking the risk right now, ladies and gentlemen. The fault line is there. That's going to be stunning. Nothing to lose all the way from the entry of the site. Spike is not yet being planted. Delbisky takes down Azurix all the way from heaven, but decides to back off immediately, and he will be there onto A side, trying to anchor the upper hand or Haven here onto their team. And Halima Mahal only has the Stinger in his hands. Let's see kung maghahalimo nga ba siya dito. What can he do? What can he provide for their team as Delbisky is really handling a lot of space here onto A side, I would say. Look at the multiple wallbacks coming from the flashpoint is there from Halimog Mahal. Weakest form takes down Sign. Halimog Mahal takes down Nothing to Lose. Oh my goodness. Weakest form takes down Halimog Mahal with the triple kill out there. Takes down Brock. And that would be forcing their way to match point.
Yeah, they had that opportunity to clear the whole space, but we've seen this before from MXT. They know what they're going to do. They need to think about it properly, and most likely they're always right. They've given it all time and patience to win those rounds properly. Partner, what do you think? Will this be the end for for map one?
Actually, it is not yet the end, I believe, because they still have the Rolling Thunder here for a possible retake for the defenders. But it's just MXC Last Dancer has more overwhelming utilities. They have four ultimates right now as Lax takes down Azurix, but Sonic is there with a quick trade-off. And look at those utilities. Look at these utilities coming into their hands. They can just spray down out here. And because of that, multiple utilities, they're going to be taking down Halimo Magmahal in here. Right now, it's all left to Cyanide, and Cyanide was taken down by weakest 4, 13 to 6. This is game number one. MXT Last Dancers has.
Partner, we've seen this problem in multiple games now, in all of gear in gear games right now. It's the battle of team game versus individual game. We've seen to how MXT just literally gave us a masterclass to how to play as a team. Delbisky is the entry fragger of them. It's the MVP of the game right now, of match one. Delbisky has given us a masterclass to how to give space to your initiator, to your controller, to your other initiator. They've given that space a whole lot of space for us to see. They've given the C push proper education on what to do on a post plant situation. You don't need garage, you just need to escape those utils. But at the same time, here Gox needs to improve their agent selection. Yes, they're almost similar, but it's not right for them. And we could see that from the last game. Brock was having a hard time playing as Killjoy. We could see that because he was forced to be in a situation that he needs to be passive. He needs to be in control of the pace. But Delbisky pushed and pushed.
Yes, they have been creating a lot of opportunities so that Delbisky can create a lot of space. The weakest form was there to create some space for her, and the recon bolts and the Aldrome from Prance was really on point. Gathering those information that they need, and nothing to lose. And Lax is stepping up when they needed to. They have multiple clutch rounds, I would say, in which they have been gaining the momentum because of them. And look at this, 13 to 6. It was 6 to 6 on the first half, and they just dominated the second half when they were the attackers. So they have been really using their utilities on its maximum potential. But this is just game number one, mind to tell you, KR. We still have game number two. And game number two, the map would be Lotus. So Lotus, we've seen a while ago how MXT played Lotus. So what do you think?
I think they're going to be a bit more different this time. They know that that Hirgox has scouted them on that map, and they know their tendencies now for it. But at the same time, we know how Lax can adjust properly. We know how weakest form can set their eyes properly onto this push or to those passive aggressive retakes of Hirgox. We've seen it all. We've seen it from MXT, but I want to ask you, partner, could Hirgox come back from this? From having a 6-6 half into getting dominated at the second half, do you think they could dominate Lotus itself?
Hmm. I would not say dominate, but I do believe that they can trade off another game here. They can still take game number two. It's just they need a refresher, I would say, or they just need a reset of mindset after that game number one. Because, game number one has been a landslide since the second half. So they somehow need to, let's say, loosen up their emotions, something like that. Kailangan nila maging chill in order to reset their mindset and go back to the usual gameplay that they have been doing, in which we've been seeing that they are a great team from the semifinals. And I do believe that they can be better after that game number one that we've seen here on to the grand finals.
Yeah, and we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back for more after this short break for our for our next map.
It goes. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Itamer is their only loss.
Well, he has easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's.
And it goes. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Itamer is their only loss.
Well, he has easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's.
And it goes. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Itamer is their only loss.
Well, he has easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's.
And it goes. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Itamer is their only loss.
Well, he has easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's.
And it goes. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Itamer is their only loss.
Well, he has easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's.
And it goes. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
Pati na sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan mo iwasan. It's not enough. It's going to be a problem in the first game of first quarter.
Itamer is their only loss.
Well, he has easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But Memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate. It's gonna be 3 kills for Memes, but he's.
And it goes. The trick's gonna go down and Germanium will keep DUP alive.
yun ang sinasabi ko kayo na kailangan may iwasan. It's going to be a tension in the first game of first.
Nighthammer is their only loss in the game.
Well, he is easy entry, and that's the thing that they're doing right now. But memes, he's gonna get taken on no trades at all. That's so unfortunate.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Gear Games 2023 Valorant Playoffs. Again, this is me, Pika Yules, and still with KR. So we have witnessed a while ago game number one against MXT and Hirgok. So, KR, what do you have to say?
Well, it's been a show so far for map 1, and we've seen how different plays give different perspectives onto this. And right now, we want to talk to someone that's been a catalyst for their team. And from MXT, we'd like to interview Weakest Form or Kill. Kill, are you here, bro?
Hello po.
Ayun. Bro, may tanong ako sa'yo. How has it been, nakitang-kita ko yung playstyle mo to how you've been the best support so far para kila Delbisky, para kay Prance. How do you feel as if you were the catalyst of the team? Parang, what was your feeling on map 1?
Play with the book lang kami and yung mga ginawa namin play actually alam nila yun nung kabila pero siguro na-execute namin maayos. Ayun.
Ayun.
Experience lang din po. Ganun.
Parang, sa tingin mo ba, how does your playstyle, your team's playstyle, MXT's Last Dancers na playstyle nyo, differentiate from Hirgox?
Siguro po sa utilities mas well executed yun sa amin kaysa sa kanila. Ayun lang po.
Ayun. And sa tingin mo for now, what do you think would be what we will see for the next few maps?
Ta-try po namin na ma-close out na this map and hindi na paabutin ng game 3 if kakayanin. Ayun lang po.
And thank you for your time, Weakest Form. Thank you, and hopefully kaya nyo i-close out to by second map.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
And now, partner, what do you think the game plan will be for map 2? And that this is Lotus. We've seen MXT in its form before, and to how they've given us a show for it. Do you think a new adjustment will be made?
Actually, it's just I can tell that the confidence is there, of course, for MXT Last Dancers because it has been a dominating performance a while ago from them on the map Lotus. So definitely they have the confidence right now. And on the other hand, here Gox, I do believe they have a counter strategy already for them, but we haven't seen a lot of strategies a while ago from MXT Last Dancer. So let us wait what they can bring into the table on and how does Hirgox gonna counter those kind of strategies that they have on their pocket.
And we will see now if we're going to see a new position for Brock. You have to see how he will adapt his team to his IGL and shot calls for this. And for Azerox and for Cyanide, they've been properly fragging, but they need to frag with a reason. They want to win this. They need to win this map. Because for sure, one side wants to close it out, and one wants to go for a third map. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We wouldn't be here not without our sponsors.
Yes, yes, yes. Of course, we would like to thank our sponsors. First and foremost, TUP Gear. The home of Gearhawks, TUP Gear is a premier esports organization here in TUP Manila. Compete in tournaments like Gear Games and Ascend, have fun and socialize with our public games and podcasts. And of course, style up your drip with our Gearhawks jerseys and lanyard, which is still currently available for pre-order. Note, we only have 9 days left for pre-ordering, so to be updated with everything in its system, make sure to like and follow one of our social medias, which is facebook.com/tupgear, twitter.com/tupgear, and tiktok.com/tupgear.
and we this wouldn't be possible. Gear Games 2023 wouldn't be possible, and all in thanks to Arena, the premier home of Filipino campus esports, where legends are made, rookies are known, and you want to bring esports to your school? The Arena Alliance program is here for you. Alliance leaders and Alliance member clubs get a lot of access to Alliance games, membership, mentorship, and even support like this for Gearhawk Games 2023. Learn how to join the Alliance today by just following them at akadarena.com/alliance and get updates by liking and following them on Akadarena on fb.com/akadarenagg. And just don't forget, it's not just play. And here we go, partner. Lotus, what do you think would be the best strat for this?
I feel like there will be a mirror composition coming at the side of the attackers and attackers, aka of course MEC last dancers. But I do believe that if the defenders, aka Hirgox, will be having a KO here, they can definitely uh minimize the utility usage of MXT, in which they are really good since the past games. Two games they have been really using their utilities properly. And yep, we've been seeing right now a mirror of what they've done a while ago. So I feel like Delbisky is still thinking whether to go for that race. But look at the composition coming at the side of Hirgox. Halimo Magmahal goes in for the jet, of course, but I feel like Azarux will be adjusting here from duelist to controller. So he's somehow thinking of hovering in an omen here, I would say. So let's see if this kind of composition will change the momentum or the rhythm for them.
Yeah, I think they need to think about this properly to how they're going to go for the meta of double smokes. At the same time, MXT is just gonna go for hell loose offense here. I think like they're going for a bit more focus on up tempo speed to how they really like to play on it, to how Del Biscuit likes to play fast pace, to how Prance is just a supporting fragger for Del Biscuit, lacks and nothing to and weakest form. Just thinking about how they would rotate properly against MXT. So here we go. What do you think? What do you think, partner? Is this the last dance for MXT, or will another map come into for Hirgox?
We'll get to analyze that later on, KR, my partner. But look at this, the moment that some people have been waiting for. France is back onto Jet. He's back on being a duelist, knowing that he has been a main duelist for the past couple of Alliance games split for Gearhawk. So right now we can see him in action on Jet, and let's see if that will be a big game changer coming onto his side. So this will be the first round, ladies and gentlemen. Sign in will be popping off those toxic screens quickly, and he's going to be preparing for that snake bite, in which that will delay the push. Coming at the side of the attackers, they are trying to rotate all the way from C, presses the button of that door, and that flashpoint will be there. Sonic is just trying to hide the way he can, and that teleport from Lax will be a bad thing from them, as this team here Goss will be having a triple kill onto their side. 4v2 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Azarux here is just trying to pick up some kill as weakest form takes down Cyanide. And right now, it is a 3v2 situation.
Yeah, they're having a hard time thinking about how they will process this. MXT has to rotate fast on this. They need to know when they will pick up the pace. They need to know that, oh, they're going to rotate fast now. They know that they need a sign of spacing. And Nothing to Lose has been giving us that. He's been giving MXT all the spacing, all the proper connection to his skills. And
Spike
right
is
now
already planted.
And right now, it's a 3v2 situation. Partner, this is going down to the wire as I feel it.
He's really going down to the wire. Halimo Magmahal is going to be missing the perfect opportunity in his side. But no. My goodness, what was that? Cross form out of nowhere. He does know that both of them lined up, and he got a double kill out of nowhere, and that will be converted into an ace.
Oh my goodness. That was that was different for weakest form. We just interviewed him to say what will be the catalyst for this match. And this will be one of the best things we've seen so far.
My oh my, weakest form is still on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if he can provide more heat onto this tournament as France takes down Brock immediately. What an aggressive push coming from the duelist, the main duelist of MXT Last Dancers, as weakest form takes down for a double kill. Right now, it's all left to Sonic, and France will be rushing all the way upstairs. Takes down Sonic. What a round for them, 2-0.
It's just a different breed of how weakest form is the catalyst of this map, of this team, on how they would execute those calls. And he knows for sure that his utils are the best thing that they could do for for everyone right now. And we could really see that. And we know what it means for them to win. What it means for everyone on this map. So how would HGX connect? How would Kirgox connect this round?
How can Hirgox counter that but weakest form? Look at the rolling thunder coming from him as Sonic takes down France immediately onto this game as the spike is already planted. Ladies and gentlemen, what would be the retake possible case or strategy coming onto their side? Sonic takes down weakest form, but Cyanide was also taken down together with Lax and Sonic.
One enemy
Could be the
remaining.
winning possible case here. Azurux takes down Delbisky. This is around what you expect when you lose 2 consecutive rounds. The defuse is being stick here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, nothing to lose. Ran out of bullets. Still kills Azurux, but Halimo Magmahal will take him down.
And here we go. The pacing starts after a bonus round. After losing 2 rounds, they're just gonna try to regain that momentum back. They need to get that momentum back if they want a third map. And we've seen this before, partner. At the first half, they could be tied or they could be in a show where one is 9-3 or one is 3-9.
We will, if that will be the same case, KR, but it's just both teams are not yet backing up. A lot of things can still happen out here. And look at the economy coming from both teams. It's just Gox is still struggling despite winning that round earlier. And look at the full arsenal coming to the side of the attackers or MXT. It's just Halimo Magmahal is just trying to hold this kind of angle everywhere. Let's see what would be the case for them. Delbisky, Satchels all the way up there, preparing for an entry frag. Let's see if Azurux can hold the site on its own as Brock is just trying to rotate all the way up. What could be the possible strategy case here at the side of the attackers? The smokes are already out. Paranoia was deployed out here. Weakest form is just trying to spray all the way there onto the wall. But Zelbinski and France takes down 2 members here of the defenders, but nothing to lose. Takes down Cyanide as well. 4v2 situation. Ladies and gentlemen, France holding on his own. Let's see what Brock and his company would do here. What will be the winning case possible? Guiding light was there, not gonna be flashing anyone. No information was given to him as Brock was taken down by nothing to lose. France ascends all the way up for an information that they need, and Sonic will be running away all the way from stairs. Nothing to lose is already there to crossfire. Sonic takes him down. 3v1 situation. Time is ticking. The pressure is still there. Delbisky is trying to push here. Oh my goodness, what could be happening here? Oh my goodness, Sonic takes down Lax and Delbisky was there to trade. My oh my, what a pickoff coming from them.
Yeah, they know this path now. They know how they would rotate to this. They know how to be flexible on this goal now. So they need to adjust now. Irgox needs to adjust now or never. Because once the point of no return starts, the point where Delbisky goes out fragging, weakest form just becomes that ultimate support catalyst for every member of MXT. This is going to be a one sweet last dance for them if they win continuously.
See if this will be the last dance for both teams, but look at the lockdown coming at the side of the attackers. Nothing to lose. Really has nothing to lose after using that kind of utility as France takes down Azurix and Sonic into this round. And one player is detained, and that will be Cyanide struggling all the way here on spawn. Let's see if someone will push him all the way. France has the Blade Storm, takes down Cyanide. Triple kill for him, and right now this is a 5v2 situation. Brock is pushing all the way there. Lax takes him down, but Halima Mugbaha will be there to trade assets all the way to the top. But Weakest Form is there to take him down.
Look how one util can change an entry. Look how KJ's ult to how they used it properly was something to see. Nothing to lose knows his role. He knows when to pop it, when to form it. And and the other team knows. The other team knows their play. But they can't do anything to stop it because they keep on using individual play again and again. They're not playing as a team right now. They're just playing as individuals. And I hope Brock can somehow find a way to resort this.
See if they can reanalyze the situation here, KR, as this will be a 4v1 situation already. All left to Halima Mugbahal has the operator onto his hand, and everyone is just pushing him all the way through the spawn as Weakest Form was taken down by him, but nothing to lose will be there to trade.
See how one misplay can just affect everything else right now. Everything that they can do. If Hirgox can do, MXT can do better. Like everything from that point forward. That's the start of that momentum push again. Like how you can see now how pure weakest form is at its form. It's not even the weakest form right now. He's at his greatest form with 9 kills.
It's going to be a Super Saiyan at any minute, KR, but look at that, Brock removing the head of France onto that angle, but Zilbisky is still here for the entry to create some space, and Halimo Magmahal, hinalimaw dito si Delbisky, and right now this is a 2v2 situation. Up to Lax out here, shrouded step all the way to the tree, still has the Phantom onto his hand. Let's see what is the winning case possible for him as Weakest Form takes Azurix down, and right now it is a 2v1 situation. Lax will clean up, takes down Sonic.
Yeah, we're starting to see that pattern here that weakest form knows his rotations very very well, and we know how they will go at it. And they need and one thing is for sure, they need to take a timeout right now. They're just rushing into sight again and again, and Brock and the others don't know how to even counter that. Yung halimo na nagmamahal, it's fragging. But what's the point of fragging if di natin sila kayang i-concentrate into a winning round? Frags don't matter into a losing round. Winning will always be by a team game itself.
Rolling Thunder is already out, and wow, Zelbisky missed Showstopper. Painful combination together with that Showstopper, ladies and gentlemen. What a massive round coming from Zelbisky as Weakest Form will be planting down the spike, but gets taken down. But Zelbisky out here with a Quadra, going for the Penta, going for the Ace. Can she take it down? Ras is just toying with Halimo
They're
Magmahal.
just
Oh my
toying.
goodness. They are just toying with Halimo Magmahal, and Zelbisky goes for the ace.
And Delbisky, the queen raised herself, the queen goddess of itself. She's just popping off right now. They need to understand that. I think they're trying to prolong it more, but they need to be more assertive next round.
They really need to assess the situation here, KR, or it will be a complete washout coming at the side of Hirgox. It's just they are really dominating sideways to sideways, entry point to entry point. Both teams are pushing already. Azurix with the shrouded step. Multiple flashes are being thrown right now. Look at the push coming here. Sonic throws down a swarm grenade. He's gonna get one way by Prance. Prance goes for the double kill. Backs off immediately. Nothing to lose. Takes down Brock. Right now, this is a 3v2 situation. Azurix, oh my goodness, what is this man made of? He is widely awake right now. Hindi na siya patulog-tulog dito as Zilbisky right now is planting down the spike all the way on C side. And right now, it is a 2v2 situation. My oh my, Halima Mahal is not looking good with that 1 HP. Let's see what will be the possible case for both teams.
They need to play this as a trade-off, and look at how MXT is playing off as a trade-off position, while 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 they're just being completely different right now. And look at this position. Look at this position by Queen itself, by
Last player
Queen
standing.
Dalbisky,
One enemy
just
remaining.
waiting off 1v1 situation.
Oh my god. Oh
My
my
goodness, what a
goodness.
swing!
Almost around coming at the side of Hurgox, but Dilbisky was there to put the pressure against Azuruk to clean up the round, and that was a perfect wash off coming from them. But we can now see that the momentum is somehow on a 50-50 situation. Hurgox can put up a fight, and if they continue to go with those adjustment periods, definitely they can take a round already.
Yeah, but we could see right now it's not looking bright for Hirgox. And the queen herself, Dalbisky, is just popping off one by one right now. Partner, partner Pika, what do you think will this round come out?
If they can force another round out here, MXT, it's probably going to be a landslide victory for them, I would say, since they can actually pull off an 11-1 onto the first half in that potential. And speaking on that potential, France goes for the first block immediately as Lax takes down Azurix. Brock was there to pick off Delbisky, but weakest form trade things off immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, what could be the possible case out here? Cyanide left alone with a Marshall. Let's see if he can convert into another kill, and weakest form will rush him all the way there onto the stairs, onto the spawn, getting another round 9-1.
Oh my goodness, this is about to be one of the best see things we've seen. And here we go. They're just gonna take a timeout right now to cool down. What do you think Brock will give to his team?
I think he's trying to make everything out. I think he's trying to cool off things, as you said, and they are gonna try to reformulate a strategy. Kanina, maganda na yung nangyayari sa kanilang side. You know, it's almost around for them on that 1v1 situation, Azurux and Zabisky. It's just a matter they need to hold onto those kind of strategy, and they need the confidence to take down each member here of MXT. So let's see what could be their possible case. I mean, they have the utilities, they have the lockdown, they have the Viper Spit. It can provide a good amount of space, but look at the utilities as well coming from the attackers or to MXT. They have Showstopper, the Lockdown, the Blade Source. They do have a lot of utilities out there. And Weakest Forms is just 3 orbs away or 3 points away to have that Rolling Thunder.
And we are all scared of that rolling thunder combo, my friend. It is scary, a scary thought to hear Reese's voice line ult and Breach's voice line ult all together at one round. And here we see we're just gonna set
Placing
up
swarm
now.
grenade.
We're gonna set up
Swarm
a
grenade.
proper execution wise for C. And here we go. Here we go for the 11 for 10 round 11.
It is the 11th round, 9-1. This is a possible 9-3, or I would say this could be a possible 11-1 if they can
Yeah.
pull off this round, because you know it's actually a forced round by coming at the side of Hirgox, and if they lose this round, they're gonna be suffering a lot of money. So I really bet that MXT would take the chance to take the chance to take this round and force an 11-1 lead. So that is a really good amount of round in order to secure a victory. So let's see what would be the possible case here. Let's see if they can really bounce back a lot here at the side of Hirgox.
Yeah, they need to bounce back properly this time, as they need to go and give everything up for this win. And we could see potentially giving it properly. Look at how all the Odins are spread up now. it is such a scary sight to see.
While we are waiting for the round to officially commence, of course, we would like to thank the following sponsors who made this event possible. So thank you, of course, to TUP Gear, the home of Gearhawks. And TUP Gear is, of course, the premier esports organization here in TUP Manila. Compete in tournaments like this one, Gear Games and Ascend. Have fun and socialize with our public games and podcasts. And of course, style up your drip with your Hawks jersey and lanyard, which is still up for pre-order. 9 days left to pre-order those kind of drips to be updated with everything in its system. Make sure to like and follow by heading over to one of our socials, facebook.com/tupgear, twitter.com/tupgear, and tiktok.com/tupgear.
And of course, Pika, are you going to Conquest? Do you know who made Conquest, bro? Akad
Of
Arena
course,
itself, the home of
yes.
Filipino campus esports. And you could bring it to your campus as well, as the Alliance program is here for you. The members can get access to Alliance games, mentorship, and even event support. And thank you for Akad Arena for sponsoring Gear Games 2023. And learn how to join the Alliance today by just following them on akadarena.com/alliance. Or get updates properly by going to liking and following Akad Arena on fb.com/akadarenagg. And it's does not just play, guys.
Oh
And here
my
we go, we're back.
goodness. What are we seeing? Look at the 5 people flanking with an Odin here. What is this round? What is happening? It's a random spray down, but Alimog Mahal takes down nothing to lose. Look at this 5 stack. Weakest form goes for the double, goes for the triple,
My God.
almost a quadruple coming from him. Lax waiting for the perfect opportunity, takes down Brock. 3v1 situation, Shrouded Tep is not gonna be commenced. Franz right now really low HP, takes down Azurux, and right now 10-1. So we are expecting the 11-1 coming onto this side.
Yeah, I think we're going to see this last dance come to a one more round in this position. Do you think, partner, that this last dance will be the sweetest one?
It could have been the sweetest one. Let's see if they can take the sweet victory right now at the side of MXT. I feel like everyone, each and every member of MXT right now is smiling and filled with joy, ladies and gentlemen. But as you can see, it's just everyone of the other team is really enjoying this game as France takes down Brock onto the gameplay, onto this round. And look at the showstopper, the quick rotation coming at the side here of the defenders as still Bisky. Oh my goodness, Halimo Magpahal is really low right now. Goes for the wall bang, and right now it is all left to Azurix on the 5v1 situation. Still has to judge. Can he judge weakest form? No way, as he takes him down.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the last thing that we didn't want to see at first, but it is possible now to have a 13-1 score, where we could see here Gox getting that comeback. Partner, everything is possible, right?
Everything is really possible. I do agree on that one, KR. If they can really pick off the perfect strategies and they can really clean every round here, I would say no room for a mistake. I would say
Yeah.
coming at the side of here, Cox, they really need this composure or the confidence in order to catch up in its system, in order to force map number 3. So what will be the response coming on their side as this will be a quick push coming at the side of Hirgok's guiding light is there to blind Prance, and they are just pressing the key W as Prance takes down Halimo Magbahal, and Sonic was there for the trade. Weakest form is just trying to spray his frenzy onto that angle. Spike not yet planted onto their side. Look at the rotation. What are they doing? These attackers are just rotating all the way from A. Cyanate is gonna smoke that angle all the way close to B. And wow, they are really confused right now. The defenders are really confused on what is happening. Spike is not yet planted. They canceled the plant.
Just
Oh
gonna
my
fight this
goodness.
through.
They're just gonna fight everything else here as Lax takes down Cyanate in Azurux. And right now, it's all left to the only man himself, Sonic, and nothing to lose has nothing to lose.
And here we go, partner. Match championship round, bro.
Match point.
Is this the time for MXT's last dance to be completed?
I think this is the last dance for both teams. I feel like this is the last round of the series, and of course, this gear game. So I can definitely project it already right now, my partner. Since look at the arsenals already coming from both teams. Both teams
Both
are
are
buying.
forcing.
Yes, both are forcing. No room for a mistake for here Gox, and no room for a mistake as well for MXT, as they really want to finish things off here immediately. It would be a massive upset if they can force an overtime, but Lax was there to take down Sonic. Halimo Mugbahan takes down Lax immediately onto the gameplay. Look at this. Brock is just spraying, but
Oh
nothing
my.
to lose with a quick scoping of Marshall there to take them down. Cyanide with the double kill. 2v1 situation. Let's see if he can still handle this round. He doesn't have the spike. He will rotate all the way from spawn. Spectre in a dream, nothing to lose, is really low, just 2 hits away from a Spectre. Can he take Cyanide? Cyanide rushes him, and it's all left to
Oh
France.
my
To
god.
go for a knife, and Cyanide extends the game.
Yeah, they don't want to end this yet. They don't want that sweet championship for now.
And as we can see here, Gox will go for the timeout because every team is provided one timeout each half. So, what do you think is going to be the main call, or why was this timeout being called by Brock?
Yeah, I think they're just gonna go for have fun, and they're just gonna yeah. I think the comms there is just a pretty funny thing to see right now, all planned as well, and it's just so sweet for everyone at this point. If MXT wins this, and they're just gonna go for that sweet last dance.
Ooh, what a dance! What a dance from both teams. It's just NXT dancing even more here. 12-2. They are just one win away to get that victory, to get the trophy, to get the two-time Gear Games champion, of course, to Azurux. I mean to two members, of course, to Prance and his company. So we'll be
Yeah, weakest
seeing.
for Matu, the Bisky brands. They're just giving it all of they got right now.
Oh my goodness. We are now seeing the comment section having failed on the moments by Brand. So we will be seeing later on if we can get a perfect Tondalism action out here. But speaking of perfect Tondalism action, of course, let's go outside Gear Games, Let's talk about Team Secret. I was watching a while ago
Yeah,
from the
I'm
side
also
lanes.
watching.
I'm
I'm
also watching
also
from the
watching,
side
bro.
lanes, and sad to say, Team Secret is out right now on
Yeah,
VCT Pacific, and they will be
yeah.
proceeding into the LCQ
CQ.
for a slot on Masters. So
Dude,
really hurts a lot.
it really hurts a lot as a PH fan, as a TS fan, as wanting to see Papa Jesse Vash tondo someone in Master. They have to go to the longest route possible right now.
Longest route possible, and let's see what will be the route right now for both teams. Oh my goodness, nothing to lose. Judging the enemy with a double kill right now as France was taken down by Sonic with the bulky. Let's see what will happen here. 3v2 situation. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Bilbisky with a double kill with that sheriff. 1v1 situation.
Oh,
Weakest forte. Azurix, ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Gear Games champion is none other than MXT Last Dance.
and what a perfect dance it is to end the night. And they have given it all they've got. From seeing every type of strat possible, they've given it all they can. And congrats again to the MVP of this game, the MVP of this series, weakest form. And congrats to all the competitors here for Gear Games 2023. And for our interview again, we are inviting weakest form back again in the vicinity. And all right, I think
All
I
right,
think we
what a
could
performance coming
yeah,
from
what a
both teams.
performance.
And
Like a
as you
lot
can
of
see, As you can see here, KR, mind to tell you that four members out here for from MXT Last Dancers are the top performers. It's weakest form, nothing to lose,
Yeah.
France and Zabisky being
Yeah.
explosive on that double digit kills. So what a game from them.
Yeah. A lot of them just given that all they can right now. And right now we're just all right. We just received word that we're going to interview Franz 14K. Papi, take it away, Pika.
All right. So right now we have here Prance 14K on the table. So Prance, of course, congratulations on getting that victory, and of course for being the multiple champion onto Gear Games. So congratulations. So how are you feeling right now? Ano yung nararamdaman mo being the champions of this tournament?
It's good to be
Okay, it seems like we'll just have to wait for Prance to come back here. So yes, it was actually an explosive performance coming from both teams, especially to our champions out here. So I really do have high hopes from this team, especially that they are considered to be the super teams because it's the combination of Manila and Taguig together with the game changer Delbisky, who is really crispy out there, popping off really well. So
And
again,
yun.
France is back again. So again, France, congratulations sa inyo. So, kamusta yung nararamdaman mo
Thank
ngayon?
you.
Kamusta yung nararamdaman mo ngayon? Like, what was the main motivation coming from your team in order to get this championship?
Wala akong sabi. Hindi, masaya kasi ngayon lang ulit ako nakapaglaro sa mga tournament. Kasi nga, di ba na-busy. Yun, it's good to be back.
Good to be back, and grabe yung pinakita mong performance, especially on to the last game. So 13-12, so grabe yung pinakita nyo. Wow.
Chamba lang yan.
Ay, tsamba lang ba talaga? So ano yung if you don't mind if I ask, ano yung naging mindset nyo kung bakit naging super one-sided simula ng second half kanina up to this point?
Yung mga teammate ko kasi sobrang kalmado lang nila maglaro eh. Then, ayun, parang naging factor siya. Hindi kami nag-i-stutter kalagitnaan ng game. Then,
Wow.
ayun, kasi last dance na kaya mga fourth year students, si Fiona lang yung si Dalbisky lang yung first year dun eh. Yun, kaya gusto talaga namin makuha yung championship. Then nakuha nga. Kasi last
Wow.
dance na nung apat. Yes, apat.
Definitely a last dance for both Valorant and of course academic. So of course, congratulations
Yeah.
again, France, and good luck. Sana maging successful lahat ng ACADS nyo, and of course in thesis. We
Thank
all
you.
know that you're graduating. Congratulations
yeah,
to you too.
Yes.
So
yeah.
KR, you
Secure
have
that.
anything to say?
I really just want to say thank you for Gear for this opportunity given to me to shoutcast with you, Pika, and to the whole organization, and to give everything to this. Pero at the same time, I think we still have one more interview left in this stream.
Okay, and of course, we would also like for weakest form, aka Kill, to be here with us since he has been hailed as the MVP for the whole series of this tournament. So I do believe we have Kill here. So let us wait for one moment for him to be here. So I do believe he can take it away from here, KR.
All right, let's just wait for Kill to be back. Ayun, Kill. Pare, kamusta? Kamusta ka? From the last moment, sinabi mo lang, kalmado lang kayo. Pero parang ngayon, ikaw na yung
Hello
hindi
po.
na yun yung pinaka weakest form eh. You're at your goatest form na eh. Kamusta?
Ah, kaya ako weakest form yung pangalan ko kasi ang tagal ko na as in hindi naglalaro. Like 1 month, tas nag-try lang ako magbalo last week ata, tas nag-check lang na mouse. Ayun, siguro, ewan ko, nandun pa rin siguro yung init nung gameplay, kaya ganun.
Hindi pa din nawawala yung game sense mo ever since then. And nakitang-kita namin yun ni Papi Pika buong time. Talk me through it. Parang ano yung best moment na naramdaman ng buong Gear Games? Ano yung pinaka nakita mo na I'm still him moment mo?
Yung round 1 siyempre, di ko mapagkakaila yung ace na yun, nagkulat sila out of luck, ayun, ganun. Ayun po.
Yun, parang nakikita natin na kahit graduating ka na, andyan pa din yung aim mo eh. Andyan pa din yung init ng dugo mo eh. Do you think about going pro someday?
Hindi na po, tapos na po yung scene.
Tapos na yung ano mo.
Isang taon din ako na sa scene and then planning to out na. Yan.
Mm. So talagang last dance na talaga
Yes po,
to
yes po.
for you guys. And again, congrats to you guys. You were a powerhouse of a team and hopefully makita pa namin kayo someday soon again. Kahit
Thank
sa
you po,
compet
thank you.
lang.
Yung thank you po.
Thank you guys and again congrats. Congrats to both of you. Congrats to the whole team.
GG's, thank you
That's
po,
just
casters.
thank you sa bumubuo ng tournament na 'to.
And with that, we would like to thank everyone who supported all the way from this Gear Games 2023 for Valorant from day one yesterday up to this point. To those who participated and supported, of course, the broadcast. Thank you so much. And of course, before we end this broadcast, of course, we would like to thank the following sponsors who made this event possible. So, of course, we would like to thank here TUP Gear, the home of Gearhawks. TUP Gear is a premier esports organization here in TUP Manila. Compete in esports tournament like Gear Games and Ascend. Have fun and socialize with our public games and podcasts. And style up your drip with our Gearhawks jersey and lanyard, which is still currently available for pre-order. There are 9 days left, so what are you waiting for? Make sure to pre-order. To be updated with everything in its system, make sure to like and follow by heading over to one of our socials, Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok. It's slash TUP Gear.
And of course, Gear Games wouldn't have been possible because of one of its very own ACAD Arena, the home of Filipino campus esports, where legends begin to grow and diamonds begin to shine. You want to bring esports to your school? The ACAD Arena Alliance program is here for you. Alliance member clubs get access to all the Alliance games, events, mentorships, and even event support like Gear Games 2023. Now learn how to join the Alliance today at akadarena.com/alliance or get updates and by just liking and following at Akadarena on fb.com/akadarena.gg. And remember guys, it's not just play.
All right, and of course, I would like to promote myself. My name is Pikios. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a shoutcaster for Valorant and right now for League of Legends as well. So, for you to be updated onto my gigs and to my contents and streams, make sure to follow me on facebook.com/Pikios and twitch.tv/Pikios. So, KR, go on ahead.
And thank you for TUP for inviting me to Shoutcast. And I'm KR. I'm the coach for the Project Paradigm Valorant team. I'm also the head prod for Project Paradigm, and I'm also streaming on Twitch on twitch.tv/KR with the 4 Rs. And remember, guys, it's not just play. It's not just the game itself. It's more than the game itself. Thank you, Pika. Thank you, TUP, for this opportunity, and we will see you again soon.
And with that concludes our night. So thank you so much everyone for watching this broadcast again. This is Gear Games 2023 Valorant Playoff. See you guys next time.
Peace.
Wi-Fi, sci-fi.
Wi-Fi, sci-fi. Wi-Fi, sci-fi.